All right, can everybody hear me pretty decent right now? I hope. Hopefully, this is working. What's up, everybody? Ham, Final, Radiris, hello, Bubba, hello. I'm gonna hope this is actually working. I'm gonna be kind of sad if it's not. I was lied to. I was told. Yes. Okay. Good. Thank the Lord. Loud and clear. Cheers. Okay. Cool. Hello, everybody. What's up, Zero? Fluffy says yes. Okay. All right. Unfortunately, just a little. All right. What's up, everybody? 1 second. It's working. All right. Perfect. 1 second. 1 second. I need to just post this to everybody else on other platforms that are waiting to see me go live. So give me 1 second here. All right. Uno momento. All right. Hold on. And post. All right, there we go. All right. Let's get this started. Where's main at? There we go. Hello, chat. It is I, the man, the myth, the legend behind all your content. Let me see here. You stream it elsewhere too? I am not. It will just be here for a while, but I mean, we'll see. Anything's subject to change. What's up, local? Thank you all for coming. I'm gonna give. I think he meant Insta. No, Twitter. I meant Twitter because I got a good amount of people over there who wanted to know. What's up, Khalil? Peak stream. What's up, Shigo? All right, so we're gonna be doing MHA 403 to start out. I have heard that this chapter is something of all time. I have avoided the leaks. I have not touched YouTube outside of uploading this week. And then followed by MHA, we're gonna do Waves on the Wall. Come on, Bubba. Don't do this to me. The Goat Unveiled, it is I. We will be keeping the camera on for as long as the camera allows itself to work. I just hope you love it. I hope I love it too, man, because I have seen some very interesting reactions to this chapter. So we are not gonna even... Is this the first face reveal? Technically, no. If you follow me on Twitter, I do have my face in there, but I mean, technically the first live stream reveal, so technically, I guess, technically. Don't watch the chat while reading MHA. Yeah, I probably won't. Just to be on the safe side. But let's get started. We're gonna be talking about a lot. Oh my! What a color page, bruh. Look at Deku. Oh my god. The ghost. And the All Might suit. Iron Might suit, I meant. It's got the Shimura color scheme. It's a chapter. Peak chapter. Okay. Oh, but have you been reading Wild Trigger? Yes, King. I have. I just read the chapter the other day when it came out, actually. For anybody that's actually here about Well Trigger content, please know that I have not forgotten. I know in the updates I said that I was going to be covering the away mission exam arc. I would like this written portion of the exam to be completed before I start it, because I feel like I'm going to end up catching up pretty quickly if I go at a decent pace with the exam, considering it's a lot of words. So I would like them to kind of be done before I start. Because I know after this, they have to go into the battle simulations and whatnot. So, you know, I'm trying to let that finish first. But I was wondering if you had a Discord server. So I will get back to that at the end, because I've heard many people ask for that. I'll get back to that in a little bit. A reason why I don't, actually. Oh, well, Trigger, yeah. All right. Chapter title. Wait, what's the chapter of the title? Hold on. Or title of the chapter. Jesus. Is it not here? No? Oh, must be one of those ending ones. Okay. It's gonna be like another 2 years. Yeah, tell me about it, dude. It's I've been waiting for World Trigger to pile up too. Yeah, I have too. Daniel, I've been kind of waiting, but it's kind of hard to wait because every time I wait, I'm like, I need to read it. World Trigger has been phenomenal. Exam arc. Yeah, it has. All right, let me read. Understandable. I'll give it a few more months. Okay. Why was I made? What am I here to do? Young All Might, a pan. Oh, Horikoshi's a pan man. Thinking back, mine was a path that anyone might have trod. Is it MILF Might? Do we have MILF Might in the Why is All Might? What is wrong with him? Even as a kid, he's just doing the most. Look at him. I'm just gonna reread the arc after. Yeah, as you should. I've reread World Trigger a good amount of times now. What? Okay, so this is my first thing already. Back in the All Might OVA, when Gran Torino was beating the mess out of All Might, one of the things All Might said was that Nana was a mother to All Might. So you are sickness, dude. Listen, man, she's hot. All right, I'm not even gonna hold you. But my question is, if All Might was gonna say Nana was a mother to him, then what happened to the OG mom? Did she pass away? Was she killed? And that's something like, okay, well, you know. Oh, got my eyes are doing the thing. Sorry, chat. Okay, never let your kids start doing. Dude, dead ass. Like, why is he like this? My early memories are almost too tender and mild to be called a proper origin. Hori, don't pull the trigger, please. As for what I've done, I just happened to glance back at my path, and what I saw seemed so very significant. Number 403, the end of an era and... Don't tell me he's gonna die. He said she got clapped a few chapters ago. Oh, she did? Okay. Okay, I didn't. I need to go back and actually check that. Mom, Shigaraki can. Base. Mama Might gives mad hippie vibes. She does. The ponytail and everything, like the way she's kind of just chilling. Very chill mom, which is why how very hero-like of you. All for one. Looks like he used a spinal quirk to go past or go through the gauntlets. It looks like. Deflex should not be. Stop this. You hope to choose how you leave this world. Okay, so he's not gonna die. Hopefully. Death flags, damn. Alright, hold on. But because finally, that every last trick in your book, Blood Curdle. Oh. So he didn't just kill Stain. He took his quirk too. Ah, all for one doing actual important things for once. You know, this kind of goes back to the whole issue people had when it was like, why didn't All for One just take Overhaul's quirk? But I don't really care. It is what it is. A cornered hero is terrifying indeed. A lesson courtesy of you. No, you won't be achieving anything here. There, that's the face I've been waiting for. You at your lowest. Oh, you at your lowest. I thought I was going to say lowest point. It's a terrified All Might. I don't think we've seen a face like that since Kamino, really. Some pretty good art there, Hori. Got the nice little All Might facial structure going. Nice and dandy. Sukauchi being Sukauchi, freaking out. Gentle. Holding UA still. La Brava. Gentle. Yes, I see UA is stable now, so I must be off. I want to be here for this. Hey, what's up, Tyler? So Gentle was trying to go help All Might. And that's a laser. All right, so he's not. New meme face, the jutted out jaw. Yeah, like, brother. Yikes. Don't stop recording. So the support students, no, not support. Business course students still hanging around. Gentle's still having to hold UA. Looks like it gained some more pressure. UA distracted me and threw me off my aim. No matter. Be crushed under the weight, under your own righteousness. Tobita. Okay. So Gentle stuck. He realized he ain't. Dude, that is a terrifying face. Like, we have not seen that type of face since Kamino. Like, that is... He's cooked. It's not looking good, bro. It's not looking good. All for one, ain't want no smoke with Gentle. Dude, Gentle boosted. Don't ask me Gentle boosted or this current All for One, all right? That's all I'm saying. All for One pulling a Joker. Yeah, it's about time, man. We needed him to pull that like a couple chapters ago, but you know what? Aim all lasers. Prepare to fire. So we got the Stars and Stripes jets finally making their way back. Good. Which is fair, because considering they were hovering around UA for the longest time, so they should be there. But we'll hit All Might 2. Star looked up to him like no other. And it's the Star Wars looking character who I believe is like the ambassador to the United States, or like I don't know. He was talking to the president like a while ago in the United States. You reading Witch Watch chapter? So I actually do not read Witch Watch. I am sorry, that's disappointing. I'm keeping this at a minimum to test out the waters. I'm only gonna start with MHA and Yozakura Family to see how YouTube reacts. And then depending on how YouTube reacts, I'll either add in, you know, Undead Unluck, you know, Well Trigger and all that good stuff, etc., etc. But I unfortunately do not read Witch Watch, and I am sorry about that. What quirk did he use to destroy the jet? Reminds me of the Gyrant Eye thingy. I have no idea. Like, yeah, I have no idea. It looks like it's probably just like a random quirk he has just stored in. Undead Unluck the Goat. Yes, and we will be talking about the anime. I was a panel too early. You're still good, Tyler. Don't worry. All right, fire. So, oh wait, hold on. Let me go back. The X-66 jets that helped Star beat down Tomura. So he's taking him down. So that's one down. However, Star is no longer with us. I'm gonna assume that he died here, but I wouldn't be surprised if they parachute. You know what I mean? Unduck. Yeah, I'm. Listen, you guys can't see it, but like right now, I'm like trying to keep it together. First stream, okay? You know, I'm trying my best here. Off one is out of topic, but any thoughts on the Palestine issues? I'm gonna refrain from speaking on that because, quite frankly, I don't know enough on the topic at hand. You could say I'm a little bit ignorant on that, but I will say that I hate that it all has to happen this way. I mean, you know, nobody likes war. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. And then homeboy, you know, gets kind of clowers down. Deku's still holding Tomura, as he should. Tsukauchi freaking out. Deku freaking out. Heartbeat racing up. Badoom, badoom. On the bottom left-hand corner. This little kid we saw abroad. Hold on. I get something to drink. Only the black guy can parachute since he's the only pilot he knows. Well, crap. Huh? All Might's totally about to bite the dust. Oh, Lord. Oh, man. Yeah, it's all over. No way. We got a bunch of people watching. Kids. People at work. People in the slums. He saved me once. No matter how it goes down, his death. All for One is about to break him over his leg, looks like. Get the children on the iPad. Uncle Might. Oh, Melissa again. Toshinori. Oh, Gran Torino cameo after like 100-some chapters. Wow. Good to see he's still alive and kicking. Kit Kat time. Bro. Uncle All Might Toshinori marks the end of an era. No, Shikuuchi, All Might, Deku's eyes spazzing out. Oh my god, please, dude. He can't get Kit-Katted, bro. If he gets Kit-Katted, I'm going to have a serious problem. Because I am on the team of I will allow Iron Might for as long as All Might doesn't die. I cannot stress that enough. I will allow anything to go. But he can't kill off All Might, man. This is just that's just, to me, counterproductive of Kamino at that point. Like, we want All Might to live. He needs to be the one-off-one successor that doesn't meet the same fate as the first 7. So, someone, anyone, chat. This next page is either going to change my life or I'm in extreme. Dude. No fucking way. He's back? What if All Might dies after the war? It'll be even worse. He's back. The beams of light, the rays of light. Oh god, this is so like unironically, chat. This is very Bakudeku. The beams of light. I know the Bakudekus are eating this up like candy. Oh man, he's back. Number 403. Damn, this is a cool Deku picture, but look at him. Oh my god. Oh my god. The boy is back a lot. Oh my god. So, yo, wait. Dang. Panel Raw, I can't lie. I mean, yeah, it's... Yeah, shit, man. The end of an era. Look at him. Barely on his feet. He's still got the twinkle, so... We're still working with the leveled up quirk Bakugo. You know, with the enhanced speed, enhanced duration, all that good stuff of his explosions. Bone's gonna make those explosions rainbows for sure. Yeah, it's coming. I'm not gonna lie, like Yuki Hayashi has the opportunity to do the funniest thing, and that is make the greatest like Bakuteku soundtrack of all time for this moment. Because at that point, I'm not even gonna fight it. I'm just gonna let it rock. Hori has been reading Gege's manga and thought, let me show you how it's done. Real, because Gege, don't ask me about Jujutsu Kaisen right now, boys and girls. Don't ask me. The end of an era, and so they look, that sparkle on the ground at the beginning of the chapter. My hero is mid, amen. To some people, it may be these days. They got the card. Bakugo picked up his card. Bakugo is the answer to everyone's prayers. Bakugo about to get recognition for saving All Might, while Deku gets recognition for defeating Shigaraki. Save to win and when to save. Save both being broadcasted. I agree. I'm always on the fan of, or not always on the fan. I'm always on the fence about how Bakugo is going to come back in this situation. But if there's one thing that I liked from My Hero Movie 2, it's the scene where the class is kind of reconvening. And there's a scene where All Might's in the center of Bakugo and Deku looking at each other. And he's mentioned save to win and when to save. And he raises his arms up as if they're like both, like, you know, supposed to work together. So I do like the idea of when to save and save to win. And you got All Might holding his sparkle. And Deku, Bakugo picking up the next. That All Might card is so stupid and forced. I'm not even gonna lie, like, why did... Bakugo didn't really have to pick this up, but hey, dramatics, chat. It's what makes the money. Come on, y'all know how it is in Shonen Jump. Hope All Might slips through Bakugo's fingers. I already know it's going to be dramatic as hell when it's animated. Yeah, it is. The beginning. Oh my god, look at this art, man. Holy. 403. There it is. He's back on his feet. The boy is back. The boy is back. Game is game. Game is game. Local, you know what it is. The boy is back. Bakugo looking like a snack there. Art is insane. The art is insane. I'm honestly surprised that Hori maintained some strong quality this week with the art, considering that Hori had the cover. He had a color spread, a 9th popularity poll, and a 17-page chapter. That I gotta give it to him. He held in this week. Surprisingly, he really held in this week. Yeah, I'm you know, I'll say this because I know that this chapter, I can see why this chapter probably had some mixed reactions. Bakugo was going to come back no matter what, right? When he was killed off a while back, I was very upset, not because of the fact that he was going to come back. It may have looked like that, but, well, no, I should say that I was upset at first because of the fact that how Bakugo was killed off. It was done so well that he needed to stay down for the story's own good, and he didn't. And what came after that was, of course, the anime community usual slander. It was unbearable. I hated it. Every second of it, I hated it. I felt like being on Twitter during that time when Ed Shot started to revive him was awful. You know what I mean? But he was going to come back no matter what. He was going to come back no matter what. And quite frankly, Hori killing off a kid is a bold move that I feel like MHA just... It's like MHA is very intent on having kid injuries, but not kid death. You know what I mean? Unless I'm missing something. Well, no, I mean, they did have Dabi, but like Dabi, Toya, you know, whatever. But I don't know. It's very wishy-washy, but he was going to come back. It was only a matter of time of when. Let me move this out the way because this is like right on my face. The original, or the origami incident of 2022. Dude, I'm not going to lie, man. Like, had they just given us some backstory about like Edgeshot being like a doctor or something, man, like going to med school, man, like, you know, because I mean, like Shoko, right, from JJK, she, even though she cheated, she still got her doctorate degree. Like, give us something, man, and we can like try to copium off, you know what I mean? But Toga is kind of dying. True, Toga is kind of dying. I hope Toga doesn't die though, because I'm not gonna lie, that would be disappointing if Toga died. But he's back. We're going to have to see what comes from it. I think Horikoshi oversold his death, plus using Edgeshot when we didn't know much about him is what did it for me. But the revival itself was damn good. Agreed. It's just too convenient. You know what I mean? It's funny because I think 2 weeks before Edgeshot came out, I mentioned it in a group chat with some of my friends. I was like, hey, y'all notice that Edgeshot is supposed to be up there with the heroes, but we didn't see Edgeshot fight for like a couple of chapters. So I'm like, he's going to do something. And they were like, oh, nah, like, he's probably down. Oh, he did something all right. He caused the greatest controversy of 2022. That wasn't all for one going back and rewinding. So, but this was good. This is probably the best case scenario, quite frankly. You know, the awe of them seeing each other back up. This is probably a best case scenario. So, you know, like I said, I don't want to be upset at this chapter because, again, Bakugo coming back was inevitable. So it's kind of like, get over it. You know what I mean? I just hope that Bakugo does not overstay his presence, right? He needs to deal with All for One and be done. He does not need to be in Deku's final battle, in my opinion, truthfully. I feel like he's already on his last legs anyway. His gear is broken. He's got injuries. Edgeshot repaired probably the vital parts of his body and all that good stuff, but after that, he needs to sit his butt down because the whole thing about Deku taking Shigaraki away, he doesn't need any liabilities around, right? And Bakugo is a liability. And I hope he realizes that in this instance, he will be a liability if he tries to join. Because this is, you know, Shoko, LMAO, you don't. Hey, man, look, I'm just going off of what I can, man. Edgeshot and the mutant plotline were just not good times to be an MHA fan. True. I think with Edgeshot, Hori should have had him tease that technique doing VH as a mean to save Deku if things came to it. Yes, that would have been a lot better. It would have been a lot better. Just let us know that he had it up his sleeve. You know what I mean? Toga already said that she isn't going to stay in the jail cell. True. And that is why I just hope that she doesn't die still. Like, it's kind of weird. Hori put himself in a corner when it comes to Toga, honestly. I'm just kind of worried that she will die. But if she does die, it is what it is. Toga isn't coming back. Staying alive means she has to change what she doesn't. Yeah, and this is why I'm kind of on the fence. If Hori never made Bakugo's death so damn dramatic and just made it more of an injury where he got knocked out for a long time, it wouldn't have been near anywhere as garbage. True. Bakugo could have got a head injury. You know what I mean? Like, I'd rather Bakugo take like a head injury or something. Or like maybe like a shoulder injury. Injury than this. Because that was just a lot. That was a jump. Toga will live. Bet on Bubba. I'm betting on you, Brigader, but I don't know, man. You got about 20 chapters to make it pull through. That's crazy. Edgeshot gave his ass up for something he didn't know would work. Hell of a gamble. You know what I mean? It's a shame considering Edgeshot had such a cool design and quirk. A little bit of fleshing out his passive genius would have done wonders. I agree. I feel like as best genius... See, here's the thing. We didn't get a lot of time for best genius. Like, technically, after all of this is over, right? I want to assume that Endeavor is going to retire, making best genius the temporary #1 hero. But if that's the case, I wish we would have gotten more time with Best Genius. But unfortunately, with him being in a stasis-like state for so long, and then him getting revived in the middle of PLW, having to fight, and then go straight to VH, you know, you're only working with so much time. You know what I mean? So, he studied anatomy. I don't think he's going to fight Shigaraki. Bakugo knows that's Deku's fight. I hope so. I really hope so. Jesus Christ, his face, bro, got destroyed. Yeah, his face is tough. This was a good chapter though. This was a good chapter. Like I said, you know, Bakugo coming back was inevitable. So I can either pout about it and still pout about inevitability, roll with it, see what Bakugo can do, because now we have a, you know, essentially All For One is technically weakened because he's getting younger. So he's getting weaker as he gets more and more close to an infant. We also have like a 1 HP Bakugo. Granted, he has Edge Shot's heart though. So I don't know if Edge Shot's quirk will be usable with Bakugo, which would be very interesting if he can use Edge Shot's quirk or some aspect of it, because you know, I was thinking back when All For One had the talk with Deku in the Vestige Realm. One of the things that All For One said was like how when quirks are transplanted, all that good stuff, people's consciousness go with them. And it's like this whole theory or whatnot. I wonder though, like if somebody's like very being is the quirk itself, right? Because Edge Shot himself transforms into the thread himself. If the very being, the very essence of a quirk was transformed and put into somebody's body, do they get that quirk too? You know what I mean? So, yeah. It's going to be very interesting to see how Bakugo does this. I mean, granted, Bakugo in this state, you know, if he can kick it up a notch, he does have some pretty fast and strong feats that allow him to keep up with the pace. So, we'll see. One of the best chapters this year. I mean, from an art standpoint, especially, I mean, yeah, it's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. I think best chapter this year is definitely Ochako so far. And probably Todoroki's. And probably when Deku took Shigaraki off of UA, if that was this year. But good chapter from MHA. Very, very good chapter. Worth the wait. Bakugo is also type advantage. They're hot. Probably. Also, Bakugo is getting back up to help All For One. His state is too severe. Plus, it'll be good for Bakugo's character to openly accept help from others. So we'll switch to Aizawa and Kurogiri and then Sero afterwards. There have been theories circulating around Bakugo's quirk factor mixing with Edge, which is going to be very interesting. Like, if Bakugo can kind of, like, do, like, a thing where he can kind of, like, control his explosions and, like, make it go in, like, a line, kind of like how Edge Shot's threads go in a line, oh, man, that's going to be kind of sick, but... Time for Gotsuku. Yeah, right. Yozakura. All right. Taiyo Yozakura, can you do something for me, brother? All right. Chapter 198, The Twins' Presents. 2023 was the start of Gento and Labrava return. True. I cannot forget Gento and Labrava. That Gento's whole return was probably S-Class. Like, I think Gento's return is definitely the peak of the war arc so far. At least one of the peaks. All right, here we go, guys. The GOAT Kagura Bachi is there. I read Kagura Bachi while I was doing errands this morning. Good chapter. Art is got back on track, but they definitely need some editors. I think Kagura Bachi, unironically, guys, and this is going to probably be funny, but Kagura Bachi's art is in a position to where I don't see it leveling up substantially enough, but I can see it getting the Demon Slayer level adaptation. And I'm not kidding. I'm definitely not kidding when I say that. Kagura Bachi can end up being the next Demon Slayer. Because just like, gonna head out because you haven't read. See you, coach. All right. See you, Bubba. Thank you for coming by for a little bit, buddy. All right, let me read this chapter, guys. That was a little performance our families put on. The Yozakuras versus the Alexans 1-minute drama. Hope you all enjoyed it. Next, as the 11th English today, generation of the Yozakura family, we would like to offer Uncle Shinzo our best wishes and our gifts. We have 2 presents for you. A letter and a song. Oh, man, they finna break it down. What's wrong with Kagura? Nothing's wrong with Kagura art. It's just not, like... It's not necessarily, like, overly... Like, it's very simple. Very simple. Very easy on the eye. Which is a good thing, right? Because sometimes simple is good. I've said that before in videos. But, like, you know how, like, the anime community is always talking about how, like... You know, like, you got, like, for instance, you got, like, at the top... Probably, like, Horikoshi art. Horikoshi art. Who's at the top right now? Horikoshi. Tabata art. You know what I mean? Like, you get like that really overly detailed extra art, right? It felt like JJK art. Yeah, exactly. Like, you know, it's just something that we're gonna have to kind of just monitor and just see how it goes. A letter and a song. First, we have to stop the fighting and pause the ceremony. Let's begin. All right, Mr. Tayo. What was that? Wait, hold on. What that was? Wait, what? Oh, what? That was just an act. Okay, I was like, I'm missing a word here. I thought that was for real. It had me scared for a sec. Oh my, you wrote a letter for us? Really? How sweet. Oh boy. Peek. Tayo, sweetie, you're up to something, aren't you? Bring it on. Go on, read it for us. My acting is so good, it came off as too real, I guess. Huh? What's going on? Why isn't everyone muttering? Nice acting, Shura. The performance is over. Now stop. Uncle Shenzo, Miss Katana. It's nice to meet you. This may be the first time we've ever seen each other. I'm sorry. But everyone told us stories about your kindness, Uncle, and the beauty of your bounteous pectorials. Wait, pectorialis major. My, he's a gifted one. Everyone is well aware that you have a fan club for each individual abdominal muscle in your six-pack. What a start. Boichi, true. Boichi is another one. He looks like he's reading a letter when he's really staring at a blank piece of paper and improvising. Oh, wow. While the whole time getting the real letter to her. There are also ardent fans of both your left and right gluteus maximus muscle. This is crazy. This is so crazy. What's Ryu's secret? Okay. The editors here are absolute beasts when it comes to grit and guts, and Ryu is the biggest beast of them all. If we try to fight him head on, it'll quickly turn into a nasty mudslinging contest. We don't want to do that. Instead, we'll expose Ryu's secret to shake him. Using secrets to weaken the opponent, we'll use Ryu's tactic against him. Yeah, that is a crazy, crazy letter for a kid to read, but I digress. And the one person here who undoubtedly has the biggest secrets on Ryu is the daughter. I'm not gonna lie, chat. She's kind of bad. Help us on this, and we'll handle the rest. The wedding is wrong, and we want to stop it. Please trust us for both your and our brother's sake, and most of all, for Ryu's sake. Sincerely, Tayo Yozakura. Okay? And she's like, I gotta do it. I gotta do the right thing. We hope that the two of you will support each other as closely as the biceps and triceps. Congratulations on your marriage. Oh, what a lovely letter, so full of humor and protein. I felt it with every muscle in my body. Whoa, I'm so moved. You're a talented kiddo, Alpha. After a performance like that, I can't sit back and let myself be outdone, okay? So Katana's taking the mic. Katana, what are you doing? I thought of a message I want to share too. For you, Papa Ryu. What? Oh my word, for me, a surprise. No one warned me. To my beloved Papa Ryu. Oh my gosh, you're starting to make me cry. Oh god. It's crazy. Crazy thing is he's making up on the spot. Yeah, I mean, there's some smart kids, so I shouldn't doubt it, but man. It's been 15 years since Papa, hold on, there we go. Makes it easy on my eyes. It's been 15 years since Papa Takumi died. Ever since then, you've raised me with all the love and care you have. I don't have the words to express my gratitude, mostly because they're too sappy and embarrassing to say out loud. Oh, you. What's Ryu's secret? I still remember it like it was yesterday. Man, this chapter was full of crazy stuff. I have no idea what Ryu can do, but he is no pushover. He is a gold rank spy. I am not at this chapter. I just skipped to this chapter. Oh, God. Don't spoil yourself, brother, but hold on. Let me get to the end before I comment on that. I still remember it was like yesterday. The first day I started living with you, the first thing you said to me, Ryu, what's wrong? Katana, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. It's my fault, you said. I let Takumi die. Fucking hell. Oh, gosh. That's quite the bombshell. Yikes. And you can see his face is all distraught there, too. People who had a grudge against you captured Papa Takumi, but he didn't give them any information, no matter what they did to him. I'm sure Papa Takumi doesn't blame you one bit, Ryu. Hold on, chat. I'm sorry. My phone is. But you've never forgiven yourself for it. 1 second, chat. Do you remember how many years it took before you let me call you Papa Ryu? Backstory. Hey, Papa Ryu, next week's a parent-teacher meeting. You better come, okay? Stop calling me Papa Ryu. I'm the thief who stole your real papa from you. Yeah, I'm sick of hearing that. So he held that pretty close. You're my papa too, Ryu. You buy me all the makeup and clothes I want. I love you lots, Papa. You've grown into such a little mercenary. But it won't be long now. I'll watch over you until I can find a real family for you. As the thief who took your old family from you. It's the least I can do to atone. So he held that pretty, my water at. Ryu held that pretty close, so, I mean, I get it. Newest arc has been hilarious. This has been pretty entertaining. I'm gonna come back to that actually when I get to Undead Unluck and about Undead Unluck's current arc as well, because they're doing a similar thing, but we'll talk about it. I'll go to the parent-teacher meeting, but only as your guardian. That's why you came up with this whole wedding idea, isn't it? You stole my old family, so you feel like you have to give me a new one, right? That's so stupid. You don't get it, Papa Ryu. You've raised me with so much love and care, but you're still convinced you're somehow a fake. Oh man, this is better than Fast and the Furious, chat. I'm not gonna lie. To me, you've always been real family, Papa Ryu. Katana, that was entirely unnecessary. Oh man. Ryu, I'm sorry. If I hadn't been so weak and indecisive instead of said a clear no, then things never would have gotten this far out of hand. Please let me in this. This won't make Katana happy. The one she really wants to be with isn't me. It's you. You don't get it. Not even one bit. Aw, man. I'm not bringing you two together on a mere whim. I've raised countless children and have lost countless friends. This is my experience talking here. And it says this is what's best for you. I will make the two of you happy, even if it costs me my life. I won't allow anyone to interfere. Papa Ryu, oh god. Okay, this is about to get Fast and the Furious. Ain't got none on Yakura. Facts. This is real family right here, okay? Alpha's the cutest ever. Oh my god, why did he feel me blast the microphone? my ears. I'm so sorry, everyone. She inherited my utter tone deafness. Oh god. The voice of an angel, what a bliss. Hanging in there, everyone. Okay? To everybody but me, Mama, and Uncle Perv, Hifumi singing is a sonic weapon. Now's our chance, okay? So he grabs everybody with his Alpha Watch and the flexible alloy metal. Ryu notices, back in your seats. Mr. Tayo? Good work, you two get full marks. Now it's Papa's turn. He's able to tolerate Hifumi's singing now? Wow. Even I have to use my hardening. What? Even I have to use my hardening on my ears to survive it? Yo, that is correct. What? Well, good to see his blooming still works. Step aside, Tayo. Today's the blessed day when my daughter finally gets her real family. If you interfere, need I go on? You're wrong, Ryu. Family is family. There is no real or fake one. That's a lesson I learned personally from the Yozakura Oh, this is peak. Oh, he's fun. He's about to get with it, chat. Oh my god, he's about to get with it. Oh man. Oh, dude, I love it, dude. Oh my god. He looks so cool. He said the thing. He's the Yozakura family drop. He looks so cool. He looks so cool. Look at him, bro. Oh my god. He even got the wedding ring on. The jack. Oh, peak. That's so good. That's so good. From the Yozakura family. Pro Tayo, you are already have me to me. Why do you have to chip this up? That's what I'm saying, man. Look at this dude, man. Dude. Gondaira, I hope I'm pronouncing their name right. Gondaira's evolution with Tayo and his art and their art for Tayo is incredible. It reminds me of how Horikoshi evolved with Deku so nicely. Like, he's got, like, his hair has, like, this really nice, like, defiance to it. Oh, there's really nice definition to it now. And he just looks so much more mature. It's so good, man. Ryu is huge, though. Gosh, Lee. Jeez. Next week is probably going to be, dude, honestly, MHA and Yozakura are probably going to be going back to back for chapters of the week next week, because I mean, we already saw how Taiyo fought when he first got introduced back again, when the kids were under attack. Raw. And Baka goes back. Raw. He looks like my role model, the Kakabachi. His VA is amazing as well. Yeah, Taiyo's VA, or Taiyo's VA is going to do a great job. I've already told him. He actually replied or liked one of my tweets recently. I told him, like, you know, thank you for being Taiyo's VA and all that good stuff. He, like, liked it. I was like, yes. Yes. Chichugon Naira does great with silver and white colors. True. Very true. Let's see how this fight will go. VA, we getting anime? Yeah, we're getting anime. They have a key. They have a, yeah, we're getting anime. Granted, the good news is, though, these have changed a little bit. They look, a lot of people were skeptical because of how they looked off this key visual, but the recent character sheets that have come out for Yozakura family, they look a lot closer to the manga. They look a lot closer to the manga. Like, oh yeah, here it is, right here, actually. Right here. Like, Taiyo looks very close to his manga look. Look up the videos. He'd VA Renji Kawashigami go nutty. Okay, I will. Yeah, there's the full list right here. They look very good. Futaba looks very good too. Yeah. I'm glad, by the way. Like, I feel like the Key V was just kind of like announcing that we have an anime trailer. They definitely have gone back and done some revisions, thankfully, because, you know, we have a year. I don't think Yozakura, if they know how to market right, Yozakura should air spring 2024, because spring, right, cherry blossoms in Japan, all that good stuff. So if they market it right, it'll probably come out at a really great time. Give them winter 2024 to give us like a trailer. But we'll probably get a trailer sometime in December at Jump Festa too. They really need to get the colors in anime. Yeah, I agree. Like, Yozakura has a lot riding on it, quite frankly. Like, I'm not worried about the slice of life stuff. Silverlink has done a lot of slice of life anime, so I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about the action. Granted, they have the chivalry of a failed knight. You know, people still probably around there somewhere, but I really hope that they nail Yozakura, because, you know, they really need to. Like, so we got 4 projects. I saw that announcement that we're getting 4 projects announced. Unfortunately, I will be on vacation, actually, around the time of Jump Festa. So I'm going to be missing that, unfortunately. I won't know what the announcements are until I get back, unfortunately, because I'll be going on a cruise. So, and we don't have internet unless I buy it, which I'm not doing. Those packages are quite expensive, chat. So I won't know anything. You know, maybe if we, like, stop somewhere and they have cellular data, then I'll hop on. But no Wi-Fi until I get back on the mainland. So, you know. But we'll see. I'm excited for Yozakura, though. You know. But, yeah. Good jump chapters this week, honestly. Ragnar Crimson. So, I've seen some clips from Ragnar Crimson, and it looks like it's pretty good. Failed Knight has some good-looking scenes. Agreed. Can't wait for the Gabera train arc to be animated. Yes, I think that'll be like a really good precedent for what we should expect for Yozakura action off the rip. Yeah, Undead Unluck was good. Sakamoto Days was good. Bachi was good this week. Banashi was pretty solid. I think I need to actually read today's chapter, but I'll do that later on my own time. I'm praying it gets the adaptation. Yeah. I do too, man. I mean, that's probably the most anticipated thing up next now that Undead Unluck is out. You know, I'm excited for Kaiju number 8, of course. Don, it's coming. And I probably will be looking out for Don quite heavy as well. Yeah, good jump chapters this week. JJK is going to be interesting come next week because If you know, you know. Hey, dude. Read series from Namikomi. So I don't know how the anime being received. Undead ain't getting the backlog ranking, sadly. Yeah. We'll have to see. I mean, Undead Unluck seems to be doing some pretty nice traction in Japan right now based off the weekly like trends. Like it's so far it's been trending back to back 2 weeks in a row now. So, you know, we'll see how that goes and all that good stuff, but yeah. Other than that, damn, hold on. 1 second, chat. So yeah, we'll oh. So what we're gonna do next is talk about. Oop, why is it on my screen? There we go. Undead Unluck has been nothing but peak manga anime. So yeah, that's what I want to talk about now. The fall anime season. Read Trojan X. I do need to probably try Trojan X because I've heard it's pretty good. And Tokyo Ghoul author, so you can't go wrong with that. I'm probably going to let it stack for like a while and then just go at it at one giant time. You know what I mean? Silverlink did Fate Apocrypha. True, that's right. They sure did do Fate Apocrypha. Wait, did they actually? Wait, I thought... Hold on. Hold on. Did they actually? Fate... That was A1. That was A1. About to say, because I would have known if Silverlink did something that big. Yeah, A1 Pictures did that one. And they're also doing, I believe, they're also doing the current Fate coming out soon, which I believe is Strange Fake. I'm pretty sure. I could be tripping. Yeah, they are doing A1. Yeah, they're doing A1. Or A1's doing this, I meant to say. But yeah, so yeah, this season of anime, in a nutshell, is overwhelming. For the past couple of falls now, right? Each fall season has been a lot. You know what I mean? If we go back to fall of last year, we had MHA, Chainsaw Man, Blue Lock, Bleach, Eminence in Shadow, Core 2 of Spy X Fam, Mob Psycho, okay, JoJo's again with her third core, Witch from Mercury. I know Arknights is popular as well. I'm not gonna slander Arknights. Am I missing one? I feel like I'm missing one. Oh, and Bochi, Goat the Rock, and Blue Lock. Goat the Rock and Blue Lock. And that was in one season. And then we come back to this season. JJK, Shadow Season 2, Spy X Family Season 2, Attack on Titan should be, I believe Attack on Titan's airing its final portion soon. Frieren, Goblin Slayer, Shield Hero, Dr. Stone. I know people are watching Dead Mount Death Play, Second Core. Shangri-La. I'm watching Shangri-La. Undead Unluck. Tokyo Revengers. Magus Bride Season. I mean, it's just so much anime. It's a lot of anime. My show adaptation was a bit of a flop. You know, the crazy thing is, my show actually had a crazy good adaptation, like, given the source material. It was quite elevated. Art was consistent the entire time. But it's just the type of series that is not, like, it doesn't give a lot of traction, you know what I mean? So, unfortunately, I expected it to not do well with Blu-rays. Hold on, chat. 1 second. I need to turn on my fan. I'm dying in here. Whew. So, with all that being said, I'm overwhelmed. I've been keeping up with everything so far. Obviously, you know, everybody's watching JJK. And so far, Shibuya has been pretty decent. I will say this. I don't know if anybody's heard about the whole MAPPA situation and whatnot, about them and like the whole thing of the employees getting like NDA'd basically to not speak about their working conditions. But their production is in a rough spot. I think JJK is definitely going for the completion status of we're gonna get it done at all costs, but the cost is like inhumane level. You know what I mean? We're just not entering Act 2 of Shibuya with like the Mei stuff, and now that Yuji versus Choso is happening next week. So I just hope that they can land it. Cause I'm telling you now, if Shibuya fumbles any of the big stuff, whether it's Sukuna versus Jogo, Yuji versus Mahito, and all that good stuff, if they fumble that, like if that ends up being like a PNG, you realize that we're going to end up in the timeline where MHA's PLW might end up holding out longer than Shibuya, and that is a statement I don't say lightly, but MAPPA's like standards of quality and the way they uphold their consistent weekly practices is causing some serious damage to these workers, and I'm wondering if they'll manage to hang out to the end. If they manage to pull off Shibuya, nothing for me, you know what I mean? Nothing for me. If they manage to pull it off, I mean, it is what it is, you know what I mean? But if they fumble, I think people will finally wake up if it fumble. I don't want it to fumble, obviously, but, you know, we'll see. We'll see. Gra, I joined late. Hey, what's up, newbie? What's up, newbie? How you doing, buddy? I know you've been keeping up with the stream updates in the community, so I'm glad you made it. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. You know what I mean? It's a time will tell thing. We've seen a lot of impossible things happen this year with anime in terms of the medium. You know what I mean? Eminence in Shadow is still good. I mean, they started production right after season 1, so no complaints there. It's if you like season 1, you're gonna love season 2. Spy X Family. I think Spy X Family will probably have a much better season this time. Wit and Cloverworks, they spazzed on season 1. And this season looks like it'll be animating the Yor mission. And if they go crazy on the Yor mission, which I want to believe is what they're going to do, then we're definitely going to have a fight of the year contender on our hands. No doubt. Because it's really good in the manga. I'm chilling, man. Finally get to see the man behind the videos. Yes, it is I, the man, the myth, the legend, man. Thank you for coming out. So, no problems there with Spy X Family. AOT, I'm waiting. I'm anime only for AOT, so please no spoilers in the chat. No spoilers. I'm waiting to see what happens though. Because AOT is either gonna get like the biggest like thank you video from me or the biggest this is some BS Hajime Isayama. Why would you do this? Depending on how it ends. So, free win. Okay, so. I kept my eye out for Freeman for multiple reasons, starting with the simple fact that a lot of people who read the manga were very loud and vocally excited about this anime. They also said that this is a very good fantasy anime and that it's not an isekai, which I'm thankful for, because I'm getting kind of tired of isekai always being the like main thing for fantasy anime. And I thought Mushoku Tensei was going to be the one that really had the juice until it didn't, because I just can't stand Rudis. I understand a lot of things about the show that I do like. I like the setting. I like some of the character work. I just can't stand Rudis, but I deal with it anyway because I hate myself and I refuse to drop animes. So, with the 4-episode premiere of Freeman, I mean, they cooked, man. I think that a lot of people are probably not going to... I think a lot of people are going to have a hard time really sticking with this if they don't like the premiere, just because of the fact that it's very slow burn. Very slow burn, you know what I mean? And this is an emotional story, right? It's about Beyond's, Beyond's journey ends the main thing. A lot of people are saying how in the first episodes, they were trying to give us this pity story about these people that we didn't know and connect with, and they die. But that's kind of the point. They're supposed to die because it's supposed to humanize Frieren, considering she's an elf that lives for hundreds of years. That's the point. It's humanizing somebody with a more than usual lifespan. You know what I mean? This is probably so far one of my favorite new animes this season. And I mean, if you saw the recent episode, I mean, I don't think I need to say much there, right? I mean, I can literally just pull up the 1 second chat. Like, where is it at? Hold on, chat. I'm sorry. I'm trying to find the... Bro, can this thing, like... Oh, here it is. Here it is. Yeah, chat. After this week's episode especially, I mean... Like... Hold on. So, like... Yeah. Like, after all of this, I mean, chat, like, I mean, Nakamura actually came on Frieren. Kind of crazy, man, considering he's pretty low-key for majority of the year. So, yeah. It's definitely a passionate anime, that's for sure. And with 28 episodes as well. And we have a new arc coming up too, looks like. I think this will be pretty good. Average Madhouse W. Yeah, Madhouse has had a hard time trying to recover, honestly, ever since One Punch Man Season 1 kind of just ended. And that staff kind of went all over the place, so... This is a good recovery. This is going to be probably one of the best anime for this year, if not, the best for a lot of people. So yeah. Goblin Slayer, good so far. More Goblin Slayer. Shield Hero. I will say this. Shield Hero Season 2 was pretty darn rough. Like, all around rough, from the content to the presentation. I don't know what happened with Shield Hero Season 2. True, they did do Ranking of Kings. So let me take that back. They did do Ranking of Kings. Ranking of Kings was excellent as well. And that was another fantasy anime that was like in a natural fantasy anime world. So that was a good one too. But Shield Hero has... It looks like Shield Hero Season 3 is recovering. I don't know if anybody's seen the Season 3 opening. But dude, it's ridiculous. Are you going through all the anime? Yeah, we're just going down the list of what I'm watching. Just one by one. You know what I mean? Just one by one. And just talking about them, And just saying what I'm thinking about them right now. Because I think this is this is technically only, week 2 of the season, technically? Yeah, as of this week, it'll be officially week 2 of the season has fully rolled out. So, but yeah, I'm going to keep an eye out for Shield Hero. I'm liking it so far. It looks like they've recovered production-wise so far, but we're only 2 episodes in. Only time will tell. You know what I mean? So, but I want to have some high hopes for this one because the recent episodes, first 2, really good quality. Dr. Stone, best arc in the series, in my opinion. I will be seated for this one because this is originally like... This is probably the most important arc in the series before the final, obviously, but this does a lot of work for the characters and the series as well. So, best arc in the series, in my opinion, though, from somebody who's read. So, I haven't started watching this one yet. The Kingdoms of Ruin. I need to start, though, because I said this in my watch list video that I'm going to watch this. So, I'm going to probably binge this halfway through the season and come back to this. How it's animation. So, the thing is, Dr. Stone doesn't really have crazy, animation. It has strong art though. That's the thing, because Doctor Stone isn't a Sakuga heavy show. But it had, I mean, the art and stuff is consistent as always, in my opinion. I think that Doctor Stone is just a very like art heavy show. Like if you nail the art and atmosphere, then you will love the show, or they will excel in the show. It's not a Sakuga heavy show. But I mean, I think it's good. You know what I mean? From somebody has read, I think it's good, for now at least. So yeah, you know, we'll see how it goes from there. Shangri-La Frontier, episode 19. Go. Hey, what's up, Fritz? I read the manga. I just didn't feel the anime. I get it. Sometimes it doesn't hit. You know what I mean? So Shangri-La Frontier is actually the surprise for me. I like SAO. I'm gonna put this out there for now. Feel free to cook me. I know the first season was bad for a lot of reasons. But I am a huge fan of Redemption, and Alicization, that aired about 2-3 years ago, was peak. That was back-to-back SAO greatness. It's what SAO should have been from the get-go. Dude, listen, man. I know, okay? Listen, I know SAO has its controversies and whatnot, but, you know, I'm a huge fan of the, I'm a huge fan of, the kind of gamer setting on, I guess, stuff. And Shangri-La is pretty much SAO done right from the get-go. I mean, we got a compelling MC, good world, a lot more of the grind virtual elements exposed out there. You know, stats, farming for our items and materials, random event. It's a lot of good in the show. Opening's good, animation is good. 25 episodes, I mean, you know. What can I say, man? What can I say? Last episode made me pick up the manga for Shang. It's so much fun. Yeah, I've heard great things about the manga too, which is why I checked this out and put it on my list. Okay. Anime of the season. I'm just gonna say it now. Anime of the season. I don't care. The Time Power. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. It was ridiculous, dude. It redeemed itself so well, and I was like, man, like this is what SEO should have been. Listen, okay, guys, listen. We are officially in the age of the new gen debuting, right? MHA's in its final arc, Black Clover final arc, JJK striding towards the end. Undead Unluck. I would have said Chainsaw Man kicked off the new gen like anime adaptations, but Chainsaw Man has like a mixed bag of reviews with Japan, so I'll get into that later. But Undead Unluck has officially kicked off the new gen adaptations, in my opinion. And as somebody who's very, very pleased with the manga and the direction that has gone in, I had high expectations. You know, with the Fire Force team essentially directing this anime, director Yuki Yase, who's done things with Shaft, who's done things with Fire Force, directing this anime, I already had high expectations. And you can tell that it's the Fire Force team from the sound effects to the direction of just like the quick angles, the lighting, you know what I mean? This is done incredible for a kickoff. I love the opening. I think it's different. I think it's unique. None of that, like, you know, the Union just fighting random Umas, typical shonen opening. It's different. It's creative. It's met my expectations. This is probably going to be my anime of the season. Hands down. I just don't think that I have had anything higher expectation-wise to look forward to than Undead Unluck. And so far, it has met my expectations. New gen becoming old gen. Yeah, tell me about it, bro. We're getting old, Fritz. We're getting old. We've been around this camp too long. The art is great. Yeah, it's real good. It's real good. It's anime of the year contender for me, honestly. I don't blame you. I'm so excited to see what Undead Unluck has to offer. Heard so much good things about the world of Undead Unluck. Depending on how it goes, I might actually pick up the manga. You will definitely end up picking up the manga by the end of the season, because the first chunk of content for Undead Unluck is strong. Like, I think what Undead Unluck fans were worried about was obviously the whole Andy and the groping situation with Fuko, because obviously that is bad. We don't like that. Not needed. But thankfully, the anime or the series drops that real quick. Thankfully, the author does not drag it out. Um, and it gets really dark and heavy because Undead Unluck, in my opinion, is a series that I would describe as a painfully sweet series, as in the manner of like, it's sweet that these negators are able to find comfort and solace within each other. But it's painful because, you know, when you know, I don't want to spoil it for you noobs, so I'll say this, that when you learn about where these negation abilities come from, how it happened, and what each of these people have gone through, it's very painful. Bittersweet in some areas as well. So, you know, I think Undead Unluck has a lot to live up to. And I pray it sells well Blu-ray wise in Japan. We need to keep this going. I hope that it does not end up in a situation like Fire Force, where we know Fire Force is coming, but it took a long time for Fire Force to get a third season announcement. But yeah, I love the opening. 01 lives rent free. I agree. I love the opening. I love the ending too. The ending is beautiful, and it's very manga spoilery. But if you don't know, then you don't know, and if you do, then you can connect the dots. But it's a beautiful thing, all around. So it's blessed. We will see. See here. The powers are so creative, honestly, and that was another thing I liked about Undead Unluck. I think this might be a stretch, guys. I think Undead Unluck has some of the most creative fights that are like in the realm of Hunter x Hunter, because the thing about Hunter x Hunter is that you have to figure out what their ability is, right? And then you have to match their ability on the power system of, like, you know, it was like, I forgot all the, like, the cutouts of the power system, but it was like, you know, Nin, 10, you know, you guys know what I'm talking about. But negation works in that similar way, where you have to, like, figure out the opponent's abilities, then identify what type of negator they are, and then go at it like that. And I just really liked how it was a matter of outplay. And there's so much outplay and creativity with negation. You know what I mean? It's just negation, you know, the and then the ability. But it's so good. Like, it's so good. And I was like, oh my God, like, this has some really good potential. You know what I mean? So, you know. Mag is Right Season 2. So Mag is Right was one of the shows that I finished back in college where I graduated. I loved it. I love Season 2. I think it's just as good as Season 1, if not better in some areas. They have a really good, new, ambitious opening as of Core 2 this season. Love Chisei. I love where the story is going. So, you know, for anybody who's watched Mag is Right, you're going to love Mag is Right, obviously. Let's see here. So I think Mag is Right actually ends off the list of what I'm supposed to be watching. I'm supposed to be watching this as well. I haven't started. I might not start the Firefighter show. Like I said, it's too much anime. I can't do it, guys. Now, yeah, I think the perfect word to sum it up. Well, I expect the show is bittersweet with understatement. Yeah, agreed. Now, I will say this, chat, because we are missing. Hold on. Ah, here it is. Perfect. Okay, so where the heck is it? Should be on here. Is it not on here? Seriously? Wow, okay. Castlevania Nocturne. So I ended up finishing Nocturne last weekend. I like Nocturne. As somebody who watched the original Castlevania, I just think that Nocturne needed more time in episodes. Truthfully. 8 episodes was definitely a little bit longer than the first season of Nocturne or Castlevania. I'm pretty sure season 1 was like 4 or 5 episodes, but considering it's like a time jump, there's no more Trevor, and there's like Sypha name drops and all that good stuff, I felt like there needed to be a little bit more groundwork laid down. You know what I mean? You see that Orlox, I believe that's his name, Orlox. He, you know, is an interesting player. Damn near 4K sub. Yeah, I know, man. I'm hoping I can hit 4K subs this week, maybe. We'll see, though. You know. I think Castlevania Nocturne just needed more time, personally. I think it was a good anime, just needed more time. And that's pretty much it for my expectations. Now, Pluto. I have high expectations for Pluto. I have heard a lot about Pluto from people who read. One last question before I need to go for grub. Do you plan on to open a Discord or anything for your subscribers? Okay, let me go ahead and get this out the way now, because somebody else asked me about that earlier. So, the thing about the thing about opening a Discord is that, one, I am very busy right now, okay? Between making videos, working, and studying as well, I am very busy, and I feel like I might end up neglecting the Discord because I just do my own thing right now, and I don't think it'd be fair to just host a Discord and let you guys all just roam free in it, and then I'm never there. I just be kind of messed up on my part, and also I'm also very much afraid of like people being weird when I'm not around. You know what I mean? I don't need any type of like controversy to come from my Discord. I don't want that type of label on my name. You know what I mean? I've already seen enough from peers who have had issues with their Discord, I guess stuff, and I think that I might just avoid it. I think that I'd rather just do more live streams for a long time. Maybe I might make a Discord down the line if I feel comfortable. You can assign mods, can you? I can. I could. Well, I have to ask, truthfully. I never actually asked close people if they want to be mods. I could. And that's a very good point. I could. But even so, I still probably would neglect. And that's the problem. I feel like it just wouldn't be fair to you guys. You're still in school? So I'm not in school, Fritz. I'm studying for other related things right now. Certifications, if you will. To improve my resume and all that good stuff. So you can, like I said, if I decide to change my mind, you guys will be the first to know. I will post about it. I will create it, get a link out. I'll put it in a stream. You know, I think that once I get freed up, maybe on time, and once I feel like I can actually be there more often to interact with people and talk to people and engage with people, then I might open a Discord. Just right now, I'm a very just like, you know, busy and solo act kind of person right now, and I think it's kind of easier that way. I don't have to worry about anything, but I get it though. You know, it's just, you know, but we'll see. Anything is subject to change, but yeah, Pluto I'm looking forward to. I think it's 8 episodes with an hour long each for this one. I heard it's like in the Astro Boy kind of universe, and I believe the person who wrote Pluto is like giving a nod to the original Astro Boy author. So I'm looking forward to this one a lot. And I hope it's good because it looks pretty good. And a lot of people have been talking about this one for a long time. Now, oh yeah, MHAOV is coming, by the way. So, now this is probably the one thing that'll probably come close to Undead Unluck. I love Scott Pilgrim. Okay, I played the game. I watched the movie. Pluto is out. Not yet, Fritz. I think it's out in October 26th. It's out. So that is next week. The OG Astro Boy. Yeah, it was an arc in the OG Astro Boy done by Monster. Okay, that's what I thought. Completely understandable. Don't worry about it, man. Just curious about that. Yeah, like I said, newbie, I'll keep thinking about it, and if things change, you guys will be there. Don't worry. I'll make sure not to forget you guys. But Scott Pilgrim. So this is probably going to be the biggest passion project of the year, and maybe the biggest love letter of the year. I don't want to say passion project because we had Free Run out right now, obviously. But anybody who has watched Scott Pilgrim the movie or have played the console game years ago knows how much of a fun time Scott Pilgrim is as a series. They dropped a trailer last night with the Mortal Kombat remix in the trailer, and it is so good. I need to head out. Glad I joined the stream. Thank you for coming out, newbie. I'm glad you're able to make it for a little bit. This won't be the last. We'll be here throughout the week, or not throughout the week. Next weekend, maybe I'll stream sometime during the week as well. You know, we'll see. But thank you for coming out, buddy. Have a good rest of your day. Is it like a remake? So it's basically taking the comic book art style and bringing it to life, basically. Because this is the comic book art style in a nutshell. Like the trailer is the comic book art style verbatim, and it is really good. Not only that, they've gotten the original voice actors back together: Brie Larson, Chris Evans. Oh my god, I can't forget what's his name. It's like Michael Cera, right? Yeah, Michael Cera, Scott. So they've gotten. Take care of yourself, man. Will do, buddy. See you later, man. They've gotten the original crew back. They've got a lot of people on board. I think the music is being done by like hold on, who's doing it? Ooh. Yeah. Yeah. Hold on. I'll go anime. Yeah. Anaman Gucci. Wait, no. Mana Gucci. Anamanaguchi. There we go. Jesus. They're doing the music. And if you haven't seen the trailer that came out, like, yesterday, like, I don't know if I could play it or not, because I might get, like, copyrighted by Netflix or something. But, like, dude, it is so good what they're doing. And I have high expectations for every fight, because I played the game when I was younger on console. It is a fun time. It is a crazy time. It's going to have some controversial tweets on Twitter, I'm sure, because we know the generation and the age we live in. But it's going to be a good time. I have high expectations for this one. And personally, if it fumbles, I'm going to cry. That's basically my consensus. I think, though, it'll probably be the only thing that'll come close to Anime of the Year for me. If anything. But yeah, this is a stacked anime season, honestly. Hold on, fights. Yeah, Ham, if you've never seen Scott Pilgrim, or read Scott Pilgrim, let me be the first to tell you. Hold on, should I try it? Like, hold on, this came out at 3:18. Let me mute this a little bit. I'm gonna mute it. Okay. So, yeah, we're just gonna... Ham, look, if you've never seen Scott Pilgrim, like, it's literally like a comic book action show come to life, but it's just so much, like, dude, it's so good. Like, it's so good. As somebody who played the game, it's so good. Like, you know what I mean? Like, oh god, I'm pulling up things I don't need. Okay, there we go. It's gonna be good. Even versus Oshinoko. Oshinoko has episode of the year for me. Best episode of the year, or best premiere of the year, I should say. I think I still have Oshinoko over Free Rent's premiere, just because that shock factor at the end was hard. And I think the Yoasobi OP for Oshinoko is a little bit better than this one right now. It kind of goes hard. Even her music video kind of goes hard too for Oshinoko. So. But we'll see. Like I said, anything's subject to change. Zero idea where they're boxing. OMG might be. You gotta peep Ham. You gotta peep Ham. There's no way you can miss Scott Pilgrim. That comes out November 17th, so we got a while. Like, this week, 2, 3, 4. We got 4 weeks, and it comes out on a Friday, too. So, Scott Pilgrim is going to own November. No matter what anybody says. It is, unless some anime is having a crazy arc being animated, Scott Pilgrim is owning November. Excuse me. And I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, this is a stacked anime season. Truly. And the crazy part isn't AOT the same time? Shoot, is it? It might be, actually. 19 days? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, no, you're right. It airs in November as well. I guess we'll see then. We'll see. Because AOT looks like it'll be airing before Scott Pilgrim. And AOT will probably wrap up before Scott Pilgrim. Because I'm pretty sure they'll be debuting the final portion of AOT at one time and just being done. I don't think they're going to space it out like a whole season. I could be wrong. But it sounds like they're just going to be airing it like they did the previous episode that just aired. Like an hour-long type beat. And just be done. Could be wrong, though. Could be wrong. So, yeah, we will see, but yeah, and I think the crazy part is, guys, is like even after this season, the next season is crazier. Why? Freeman will still be going. Solo Leveling, Classroom of the Elite Season 3. Blue Exorcist is back. Undead Luck will still be going. Mashal will be back as well, or Mashal will be back as well. Not Mashal, Mashal. Dungeon Meshi by Trigger So you know Trigger's gonna have everybody by the balls. Metallic Road. Not Road. Jeez, I'm Englishing today. Blue Exorcist? Yeah, Blue Exorcist is back. We are back. They got announced a couple weeks ago. We are back. There's a trailer for it and everything. We are back in January. What else we got here? Oh, yeah. This anime, which I've heard is pretty degenerate-like, but I will be there no matter what. The slave anime. Urusei Yatsura, which I liked. Metallic Rogue, which is by Bones. Man, my throat is dry. Goodness. Talking a lot is kicking my butt right now. Yeah, next season's gonna be crazy too. Not as much as fall, thankfully, but... And then the spring, I mean, the spring already's got 3 hitters. Plus Dungeon Meshi continuation. Like, yeah, it's pretty, yeah. This is a good season, though. This is a very good season. I don't know how things are going to be at the end of the year, but I will go ahead and say that it doesn't look as hype as this is. No, yeah, not at all. Not at all. But, you know, I mean, Blue Exorcist, Dungeon Meshi, and Metallic Rogue are probably going to carry pretty hard. No doubt. Because, I mean, it's a Bones anime with baddies. Blue Exorcist, I mean, it's Blue Exorcist. And, what else did I say? It's a Blue Exorcist. Oh, and Dungeon Meshi. I mean, that's Trigger, right? Coming off of Cyberpunk Edge Runners. The Dungeon Meshi. No. So, not yet. I'm looking ahead right now at the winter 2024 season. And Dungeon Meshi will come out in January. Just looking ahead, you know what I mean? I will go ahead and say this. So, as you guys know, every year I do a big end of the year video. Last year we did Anime 2022. Anime 2023 will begin in about 2 to 3 weeks. What's the best year in terms of anime, 2022 or 2023? Oh god. Oh god. I mean, man. That's a tough one. That is a tough one because we also had Demons. Oh. Okay, honestly, I will say this. I think that 2022 had the better winter and spring season. No, hold on. Let me think this through. Winter. Yeah, no. 2022 definitely had the better winter and spring season. By far. Because Villain Saga, quite frankly, carried winter 2023. Like, unironically, Villain Saga carried hard. Villain Saga and Bungo Stray Dogs carried hard. Everything else was good / decent, and some shows had to go off completely though because of production issues. But I think that this year has the better summer and fall because we have JJK, Bleach, Frieren. You know what I mean? I think we have the better fall and summer this year though. It's so hard because I don't know what it is, but fall apparently is like the golden time to drop a bunch of good anime for Japan. I don't know what like the idea is or like the marketing strategy is, but for the past 5 years now, fall has slammed the crap out of the anime community. It has done well every fall for the past 5 years. Throughout my entirety of college, has slapped. You know what I mean? And, you know, just looking at that, just knowing that, it's just like, you know, fall is going to be good. So I have to go back and look at the summer season. And I think that this summer season was better than last summer season. Sadly, of course, Zom 100 has been struggling, though. Which sucks, because I like Zom 100. But I think I might give this to... That's a tough question, honestly. Sujay. That's a heck of a tough question. Because, I mean, like, I don't know. I might give it to this just because of the fact that we have a Scott Pilgrim anime coming out. We've had Castlevania, Nocturne, and Pluto. Like, I think the Netflix anime, unironically, give this year an edge. Because we had Cyberpunk Edgerunners last year, but we're getting Scott Pilgrim. It's Scott Pilgrim. Okay? Like, Cyberpunk is great. It was great. It was peak. It was emotional, heavy. But we have Scott Pilgrim. Okay? You gotta respect Scott Pilgrim. So, you know. Chainsaw Man was last year. And Chainsaw Man was last year. So here's the thing about Chainsaw Man, actually. Chainsaw Man did not do well in Japan, and a lot of people did not actually like Chainsaw Man because of the fact that how it was directed more cinematic-like and not the way people wanted it for Chainsaw Man. It did not do well with Blu-ray sales. They've already changed out the director for Chainsaw Man as well. Chainsaw Man Season 2 will have a different director. And a lot of people overseas had some very interesting takes about Chainsaw Man as well. For Chainsaw Man to be the most anticipated anime of last year, it definitely left with some mixed results. I think it was fine, personally. I think it was pretty fun. Pretty crazy. Pretty unfortunate. It was good. I mean, yeah, I think it was good. You know what I mean? But I think people wanted it to be less cinematic and more... I don't even know what people want, to be honest with you. I feel like they just wanted a different approach to Chainsaw Man overall than the cinematic stuff. Which is valid, you know what I mean? Because I feel like Mappa leaned towards the fact that Fujimoto is a cinephile, which is a person who, you know, really like loves movies, incorporates cinema and all that good stuff into their stories, which they have with Fire Punch and stuff like that, and his other one-shots, you know what I mean? But I think people wanted a different approach overall. If you ask me, I watched more anime of 2023 than from 2022. Yeah, I agree. Are you kidding me? Definitely. I mean, this season alone has me watching like 16 different shows, including One Piece. Oh, God. Don't even get me started on One Piece, by the way, guys. Can we please talk about how One Piece Loki owns this year? One Piece Loki owns this year. Loki, like... And I know it's kind of crazy to say, but I don't think anybody can discredit the Wano stuff. I mean, we've had God-tier animators, God-tier directors. Absolutely incredible, unbelievable stuff that has happened from the Wano anime. Wano being the GOAT. It is, as an anime only, my jaw has been dropped so many times this arc. Episode 1015, episode, 1072, Gear 5. The finale of Wano, Zoro versus King, Sanji versus Queen. Luffy returning to the rooftop on Momo, and Yamato doing that thing when she held her thing in the air and the lightning came down. Like, Kaido versus Yamato, Luffy's multiple rematches, Luffy's Conquerors or Advanced Conquerors hockey. Like, the new opening, they brought back the endings. Law and Kid versus Big Mom. It's just not fair. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's not fair. I wish MHA could have this level of love. But unfortunately, that's not how things work. But, you know, I'm jealous that my favorite series do not have this type of love. I mean, excluding World Trigger, of course, because World Trigger is Toei, but we're in a waiting game for World Trigger. OP fans being good, plus live action. And the live action succeeded, which is crazy. Because One Piece is probably the most, like, complicated universe to try to put in a live action with the weird, like, you know, the snail transponders, the different races. I mean, Rubber Man, right? And then they succeeded. They succeeded with flying colors. And now they're going to get, like, 8 seasons. We're going to get Detective Pikachu-style Chopper soon, guys. And it's going to change the world. Chopper is going to change the world. He will save the Soul Society. Okay? He is going to save the Soul Society. When they have IRL Chopper drop, I'm telling you, IRL Chopper should look like Detective Pikachu and just get the voice actor from Tails from the Sonic games to voice him. Problem solved. You have the most adorable thing in the universe. Merch is going to sell like crazy. $1 billion idea right there. Muppet Chopper's going to be hype. Yeah, it's hype. Now, I wish I could like get this like YouTube like this heart out of my way. is so hype. There we go. All right, moved out the way. There we go. Yeah, One Piece is good, man. Like, I already decided that when Anime 2023 comes around for the final video of the year, I have to give One Piece its own section. I can't, like, my plan is to do, you know, numbers 1 through X amount of anime that have impacted the year. And then after X amount of anime have passed, I have to give the year of One Piece its own section. Because there's no way that I can, like, talk about One Piece so fast without dragging it on for almost maybe like a third of the video. It's just not possible. They have exceeded expectations. Henry Thurlow, Chancellor Vincent, all those god tier workers on the show. I mean, it's ridiculous, and I'm jealous. I'm so jealous. Ota, thankfully though, Ota's sticking around for World Trigger, so we'll see her again, or we'll see them again. I meant, or him again. Actually, I don't know. Them again. I'll see them again on World Trigger. But deserved, honestly. Yeah, I mean, you know, they knew it was coming. Like, this is probably One Piece's biggest pinnacle arc since Marineford. Like, it's Marineford, this, and then the final battle, which I assume will be against Straw Hats versus Shanks in the world government for the One Piece, which is going to be nuts. I'm going to be a 30-year-old man watching One Piece. My God. What an anime. What an anime. So yeah, chat. One Piece GOAT, man. I've been very pleased with how it has been this year. 10:15 is still my favorite episode this year, of course. I'd assume it's gonna be versus Blackbeard, but that's in the realm of the theory. Right. The new opening One Piece is so good. I love what's it called? The Peak. It's so good. Like, I love how, like, the trumpets and all that good stuff they play. It really brings out like we've made it, you know what I mean? Like, we've made it to the top of this conflict. Like, the bad times are over. It's so good. It's so good. And of course, Megumi Ishitani, who directed 10:15, directed the opening. Like, what better person to embrace the world of One Piece, the very essence of One Piece and Wano, than her herself? You know what I mean? Like, they're cooking, man. They're cooking a 5-course meal, and they won't stop cooking. I'm getting fat over here, chat. Like, and then apparently I didn't watch last night's episode, but apparently the preview for next week is even crazy too. I think an Admiral is on the way or something like that. Really feels nostalgic, as Wano was the arc which was going when I started it, and it's a celebration of the Wano arc. True. And that's exactly why I say Megumi Ishitani, greatest of all time. Because she understands the assignment. She understands. 10:15 was the greatest episode. Listen, chat. I remember being back in college, and everybody was hyping up 10:15. And I was like, who is Megumi Ishitani, right? But I believed in the hype, okay? I left my college dorm. I went to go get a whole bunch of food, all right? I got on Discord with my friend. We started the episode in 10:15. I swear by the time the episode was over, not even half my food was consumed because I was so jaw-dropped by what I was watching. I was like, this is insane. Like, the Yamato and Ace stuff, Luffy, like, walking through the fire of Odin's death, walking to the samurai, the Red Rock hit on Kaido. It's peak. It's peak, chat. It's so good. It's literally so good. I was like, how is this fair? Like, any other anime should have just packed it up when 10:15 dropped. It's not fair. Thoughts on Undead Unluck? I freaking love it. It is my favorite anime this season so far. I had high expectations. Fire Force team, director Yuki Yase, killing it. I'm looking forward to see how they handle the first major fight coming up within next week or week after next. But I think they understand the assignment. Based off the OP as well, especially, they understand the assignment, that it's a painfully awesome series. Like, painfully in the sense of the tragedy around the Negators, but also in terms of the action, the triumph, all that good stuff. It's gonna be great. I hope it stays in for 2 cores, of course. Quality-wise, I hope it survives. But favorite anime this season. 10:15 released last year, by the way. I hope you're not confusing if. Oh yeah, no. I'm just saying in general. Yeah, 10:15 is still my favorite episode that aired, just in general. Like, I love the Gear 5, but dude, 10:15 is just. Thank you. Arigato. Toei. Arigato. Like, it's just so good. It's so good. It made no sense of why it needed to be that good. Absolutely ridiculous. But yeah, chat. This is yeah, this has been a crazy season of anime, honestly, and I can't wait to talk about the end of the year. I still need to wait for Scott Pilgrim and Pluto to air before I decide if I want to include them in the you know, the list for the best anime this year and talk about it at the end of the year, but we'll see. It's 24 episodes, by the way. The sound effects are so fire. Oh yeah, no, yeah, because you know, like I said, King, with this being the Fire Force team, it's like the blood spouting from Andy and all that good stuff. It sounds just like Shima's fire, just more liquidy because it's blood. So good. Have you checked out MF Ghost, by the way? I have not. Is that something airing this season? Oh, this is the racing anime? A Future Beyond? No, wait, yeah, this is the racing anime, right? Yes, it is. I have not. Ooh, 7.78 is kind of high, though. Holy. Might have to take a peek there. Chat, listen, I have a lot to watch still. I still got, like, I think if I check out MF... Yeah, it's equal to Initial D. Okay. So, do I need to watch Initial D to check out MF Ghost? Or can I watch this as a standalone? The OP is insane and goes hard with Eurobeat. No? Okay. So I can watch this as a standalone then. Okay. Okay, standalone. Okay, cool. I will get to that. Probably sometime in late November. I don't want to add anything else to my list, unfortunately, Jack. Because keeping up with 17 shows is a lot for me. Usually, like, I thought last season was overwhelming, or last fall was overwhelming, but this is a lot. And I still have to wait for Scott Pilgrim and Pluto, and I have to binge those within a 2-week time frame at least. Not to mention, for any fans of Scissors 7 out there, I have to watch the latest season of Scissors 7. And I'm also binging, like, random note, I'm also currently binging Adventure Time, so, like, on HBO Max. So, like, I'm watching a lot. I am not touching grass. So, this season reminds me of October. Exactly, King. Exactly what I'm talking about. It is freaking ridiculous. Can't wait for Metro Season 2. Me neither. I think it's going to be pretty good. Quality-wise, it's been good. I think once they get to the Royal Exam arc, though, that'll be what really kicks it up. Wonder where arc Undead Unluck is going to finish with this season? It's a good question. So we should... Okay. I know we should expect to see Rip and Latla on the ship arc, obviously. That'll probably be the first 12 episodes. I have no idea what's going to end, though. Mainly because my memory is hazy. I read Undead Unluck. I started Undead Unluck almost 2 years ago. So, I do not remember everything of early Undead Unluck. I know that we meet Rip, Latla, and Chikara on the ship arc. But... Wait, is it Chikara we meet on the ship arc? I'm pretty sure, because his is on... I know we meet the character... If Chikara is unseen... No, wait. We meet unseen on the ship. I know that for a fact. We're alongside Rip and Latla. Jesus, I'm Englishing again. So, I know that should be the first 12 episodes, I think. But, I have no idea where. Rip and Chikara. Okay, so they are the same arc. Okay, yeah. So... Yeah, they that should be on the first core. I have no idea where the second core is going to end. I haven't gone back and like really analyzed. Wasn't that Unmove? Yes, you're right. That is Unmove. Right. Unmove, right, because that's the whole accident thing that happened. Right, Unmove. Yeah, like I said, I'm a little hazy, chat. I'm sorry. I'm thinking of Unseen because of the fact that in today's chapter, Unmove and Unseen are working together. So I got it mixed up. They're fighting that Uma. But yeah, I need to go back and honestly check to see how Undead Unluck has been doing pacing-wise. I wonder if it's been like 3 chapters per 2.5 to 3 chapters per episode. Depending on that, I could probably gauge it if I work on that ahead. So I'll probably work on that and, you know, come back to that another time. next stream maybe we'll talk about where Undead Unluck should end and how certain things should be animated. But yeah, this is a lot. Like I said, I need to go back and finish or watch Scissor 7 for any of my Chinese fans out there, Chinese anime fans out there. Also, if you haven't watched it, go watch Link Click. Great show. Peak drama, good fights, good OSTs, good drama, good mystery. What shows are you watching right now, by the way? You mentioned a lot. Okay, so right now, let me go back. So right now, JJK Season 2, Eminence in Shadow, Spy X Family. I will be watching AOT when it comes out. One Piece Weekly, of course. Frieren, Goblin Slayer, Shield Hero, Dr. Stone, Shangri-La, Undead Unluck, Tokyo Revengers. I will be starting, actually. I haven't started this yet because it's on Disney Plus and it's like in a weird position. But I will be starting this eventually. Give me 1 second, chat. But yeah. What I saw. So yeah, Tokyo Revengers. Magus Bride. Let's see here. Magus Bride. I think that's it for this current list. And then, so those shows. And then, make sure I'm not missing anything. No Shy. Okay, so speaking of which, God, I think I need to check out Shy, huh? I've seen some clips. It's got a nice rating too. 7.6 is pretty good. And I've seen people say, like, if you like MHA, you'll like Shy to a certain degree. So I probably will add Shy to it. Gosh dang it. So much anime. So much anime. I don't want to add anything else to my list, but I feel like I need to add Shy. And then, of course, Pluto, Scott Pilgrim, Castlevania Nocturne, I've already completed. And then Scissor 7 when I get around to it, even though that's like something I can watch whenever. Bro is struggling. Dude, I am fighting for my life. Because it's like trying to watch all these shows and then make content has like kept my butt busy. But I'm enjoying it, of course. You know, I'm enjoying it. It's always something to talk about. You know, I think next week you guys will be getting a Frieren video. Talking about Frieren. And then, you know, we'll see what I want to talk about after that next. I might talk about a new manga series for you guys to read coming up here shortly. Or I might take a break because, oh, man, my brain is fried. Yeah, I don't know, man. There's a lot to watch, man. A lot to talk about too. I'm really just waiting to see what else I can talk about so far. You know, maybe manga rec vid. Any spoilers for the vid? Well, that's the thing. I haven't decided if I'm gonna do that yet. Because if I'm gonna do a manga rec vid, I'll probably need to like check out something new, and that's what I'm thinking about. Like, I'm thinking about starting a new manga this week, and then by the end of this week, I'll have either A, caught up, or B, be at a good point where I can talk about it substantially enough to recommend it to you all. But I gotta choose carefully, right? I don't want to just read anything just for the sake of it. I want to read something, you know, pretty good, right? Yeah, I don't know. I will say this, chat. Starting next year, what you got in mind to read? I'm kind of curious. It might just be something out of Shonen Jump Plus. I guess I have to look, because I've already recommended like Kindergarten Wars, which I've read for a while now. I recommended Hiro Yasumi in my last manga vid. Hiro Yasumi, Kindergarten Wars, both great reads. The Fragrant Flower, Blooms of Dignity, I did a video on that. Good romance series. Gachi Akuta, which is the former assistant of Soul Eater of Okubo. Watch 100 Girlfriends. Loco, I'm going to hurt you if you said that again. I'm going to tell Naya to put me back in chat, and I'm going to fight you. What? This dude, man. This guy. Oh, this is the anime, right? 7.9? Oh my god, we're doomed. Why does this have a higher rating than majority of the... Rentaro Aijo was rejected 100 times in middle school. He visits a shrine and prays for better luck in high school. The god of love appears and promises that he'll soon meet 100 people he's destined to date. But there's a catch. Only one destiny introduces someone to him. Okay, oh no, I'm sorry. Once destiny introduces someone to him, the two must happily love each other. If they don't, they'll die. Hold on, this might be cooking. Wait, hold on. Wait. This is kind of elite harem. Wait. Or harem. Harem, whatever you want to call it. Gachi Yakuza getting an anime adaptation? Not yet. But it will be. It's selling. It's Gachi. So Gachi Yakuza and Kindergarten Wars have had massive success in Japan. So I would not be surprised if we get anime adaptations for those series late 2024, going into 2025. Because I feel like the rest of this year is... I feel like the rest of next year is going to be Kaiju number 8, Don Don, Blue Blocks. I'm missing one important one. I'm missing an important one. What am I missing, chat? Sakamoto Days. And that'll probably be it. For like in terms of new adaptations for a while. And then they'll probably give like a little bit of a buffer, and then they'll start announcing even more adaptations. Have you watched the new Kenshin anime? Rurouni Kenshin? No, I have not. I'm in a weird place with Kenshin because I've heard about what I know there's a whole thing about separating the art from the artist type deal, but I've heard about what the Kenshin author has done in the past, and I am very kind of wishy-washy. I just haven't watched it. I heard it's good though, and if you are enjoying it, then please continue to enjoy it. I don't know if I'll watch Kenshin though, because of the whole controversy on the author. I'm just like kind of very... if you want to watch a new manga, if you want a new manga to check out, you can try After God. It was on the anime next list, and it's highly rated last time I checked. Okay, After God, huh? After God. Okay. Lovecraftian manga. Okay. I might take you up on that. Also, if you guys can hear that outside, I'm sorry, my siblings are being siblings. Let's see here. Didn't Akane Banashi get an anime announcement late? I have not seen that local. If you saw it though, it's probably, it's probably coming. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, it's deep out by now for an adaptation. Blue Box and Don Don might be getting an announcement soon. So, yeah, Blue Box apparently got confirmed for an adaptation announcement like the other day by a leaker, a reliable leaker who's been doing this for the past 5 years. So I have some faith in their credibility. Blue Box got announced. Like, Blue Box should be up next, and Don Don 100% is getting an adaptation. I can tell you guys that for a fact. It's definitely coming. It's only a matter of when. It's way too successful not to. Okay, continue your point. Yeah, Kenshin just. I've heard about the controversy, and I'm just like, Blue Box got leaked too, didn't it? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I saw it like the other day. That Blue Box is getting an adaptation by a leaker who's been doing this for a while now. So, but yeah, a lot to come though, chat. A lot to come from Shonen Jump getting adaptations. They need it though, because truthfully speaking, Shonen Jump still does not have their next MHA. Truthfully, like, sure, you've got One Piece still, but One Piece alone these days, because of how things have changed, One Piece alone can't carry the magazine, right? We need something else. We need something else, and that something else is whether you believe it or not, whether you don't agree or not, it is MHA. The sales are high. It's competing with a North American comics. We got 3 movies, a 4th one on the way, OVAs. I mean, come on. But the thing is, Japan has not found that hit yet. What do you mean? Kagurabachi is the greatest manga of all. You know, my bad, man. I forgot. Horikoshi. Need to take notes. Can't wait for Jump Festa. I'm hoping for Sakamoto Day's announcement. Yeah, I am too. I'm hoping for that. I'm hoping for an MHA Season 7 news / Kiwi / movie details, something like that. I'm hoping for a Yozakura trailer. Maybe a new Yozakura Kiwi with updated designs. But of course, I'm going to be out of town. So you all please make sure to enjoy that for me. And when I get back, that will be the first thing we talk about on stream. Jump Festa announcements. I might be in town one day for the Jump Festa, so I might stream late in the evening, and we might just watch Shonen Jump or be up for Jump Festa announcements together. So, you know, do something a little crazy. Sakamoto Days kind of filled in Black Clover spot. It's kind of interesting. Mama Yu Yu, I feel, has potential. I need to read this. So, hold on. Let me. Sakamoto Days is extremely popular. It is extremely popular. I mean, like I said, Jump's in a weird spot, man. It's kind of like MHA being like, even though MHA is not loved as much as it used to be loved right now, it's still doing well, no matter what you think. You know what I mean? It's selling well. It's only getting probably higher and higher with all these emotional moments. You know, now that Bakugo is back up too, it's gonna sell like Jesus in Japan. This next volume cover, I'm sure, which will probably come with leaks coming next week, if they, you know, announce it or whatnot. But Black Clover moving to a different magazine, and then Jujutsu Kaisen kind of speed running its way to the end now, with it being, well, I don't want to spoil anything for anime onlys, but if you've heard, you heard. If you haven't, then I won't say anything. But if you know, you know. Yeah, Jump's in a weird spot. If they don't find that boom soon, it's gonna be One Piece lonely at the top, and then like a big gap, and then like Sakamoto Days, Undead Unluck, Akane, you know what I mean? But yeah, I need to check out Mama Yu Yu. I've heard good things. I'm just trying to be cautious, chat. I'm gonna be honest with you. After Fabricant 100 got axed, I wanted to cry. Okay. And I decided that I need to wait a while. So I'm probably gonna give Mama Yu Yu like 30 chapters. I cannot do another like axing in the middle of the story, chat. I can't do it. Red Hood, Phantom Seer, Fabricant 100. Almost threw my desk out the window. Like, why? Why Shonen Jump? Demon Slayer Season 3 was pretty disappointing. There's only one good arc left to adapt. The other two arcs are pretty weak. Yeah, unironically, Mitsuri saved the season. And I'm not just saying that because she's good looking. Like, her action scenes and her movement in terms of combat was so cool. Fabricant 100. It was, this bad boy, which I was really liking, got axed, and I wanted to cry. Tabata Sensei, we miss you. And you know, World Trigger, you know, it's kind of funny though. World Trigger, sales-wise, all that good stuff, is like the MHA before MHA. And people, when I tell this to people, they look at me like I'm crazy. But if anybody goes and does their research about World Trigger was in MHA's like spot, and it's still in MHA spot in like the backlight in terms of like its popularity. It sells like crazy. If it wasn't a monthly series, man, oh my god, literally like, oh god. Have you read Kill Blue? I kind of have a feeling it might get axed soon. That's why I haven't read it. I've heard multiple people say the same thing, and I haven't started it yet. Sadly, I can't do it, man. I can't do it. If I do it again, I'm gonna commit. Chat. If I lose one more important series to an axe. I remember when Earthchild got axed. Yep. Like, I mean, I get why they're not hesitant to axe stuff, but like, dude, some of us like these stories, you know. So yeah. But like I said, though, Don Don's in a great spot, sales-wise. Yozakura is going to be here to the end, obviously. Truth be told, Jump's biggest hit, unironically, hey Coach Big Man, hey, what's up, what's up, buddy? I think that Jump's biggest hit was definitely Rui Dragon. Like, unironically, Rui was selling a lot when it first dropped its first 6 chapters, and then it went on hiatus because the author's health issues, unfortunately, and it hasn't come back. But the level of like sales it was getting was pretty ridiculous. It was getting reprints almost every other week in Japan, and then it finally like peaked because no new chapters were coming out. But this is definitely like Jump's like savior, but it all depends on the author, quite frankly. If they can't come back, they can't come back. Wild Strawberry is carrying the Chainsaw Man trend, really now. Wild. Oh, you know what? I heard about this actually. I heard this is actually doing well too. Yeah, I did hear about this. I saw this the other day actually. Somebody was posting panels about it on Twitter. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm just like I'll say this, like Kagurabachi I'm reading because the memes. I mean, come on, you know, how can you can't really escape that. Kagurabachi I'm reading, but Mama Yu Yu, Nui's Exorcist, Ice-Headed Gill, Wild Strawberry, I'm letting them stack for a while before I decide to invest in it. I just can't do another axing. I just refuse to do another axing. You know what I mean? It's just too much. So yeah, it's unfortunate that I have to do that, but Jump has just been so jumpy lately with the way they want to get rid of series. And I'm just like, dude, come on, man. It's super gory and the main character is kind of like dingy. Well, that'll do it. That'll do it. I can probably tell it's super gory, though. I mean, the parasitic plants taking over people, like, yeah. And plant-eating monsters, yeah. That's going to be a bloody ride. Oh, yeah, and Goku Rakugai is also in a good spot as well. But that's a monthly series around World Trigger. So, 1, 2, and 3 are doing pretty good. And Boruto, I guess, is here. Doing what it do. Not bad, though. I mean, I don't hate Boruto like everybody else does. Or like a lot of people do, but, you know. It's Boruto, and it's had a mixed reception ever since it existed, so. But yeah, so. Oh, man. Tokyo Underworld recently hit 50 chapters without getting axed. Thank goodness, man. At least something's surviving out around here, you know what I mean? At least something is surviving. We need a big one. We do. We really do. Jump is in trouble, and they know they're in trouble. The longer MHA draws out, the better for Jump, but we're still going to end up at an end at some point. You know what I mean? And if they don't find a hitter before MHA ends, it's not going to be JJK. I feel like JJK is starting to disappoint a lot of people now lately from how like things have just been going with Gojo to the end and Sukuna and all that good stuff. It's just, I don't know, man. I've seen a lot of people disappointed in JJK lately. Me and Roboco is carrying too hard. We need something. Oh, God, not Roboco, man. Anything but Roboco. Oh, man. Anything but Roboco. And you know what's crazy? It's got an adaptation. It's got a good adaptation, too. JJK has been so much peak. People have been too attached, honestly. But, hold on, chat. 1 second. Yeah. JJK, man. Like, listen. I'll tell you this, okay? I've never been a huge JJK fan from the get-go. I gave it to JJK because of the hype. And I started reading it. I like Shibuya. I think Shibuya is a great arc. I think Shibuya is a very cool, structured arc. You have this complicated situation. All of this detail given into Seal Gojo, phenomenal. I loved it. I absolutely loved how Shibuya was structured because it took so much to throw the world of Jujutsu Society upside down, right? And I loved it. I thought it was the best. Gege's at his best, right? Gege was at his best. But everything after has been hold on, I'm sorry, chat. Everything after has been like a mixture of people. Perfect preparation, the culling games, and then where we are right now. I don't know if you consider the current part of JJK culling games still, whatnot, but you know, it's just, I don't know. I don't know. It's hard to say. Shibuya was an 8.5, but really had some some issues. Yeah, I can agree to that. I think, I don't think I have any issues with Act 1 of Shibuya. Like, from Gojo entering to Yuji versus Choso starting, I think that was fine. I think that was perfect. But from the stretch, I still don't understand why the whole thing with Choso and his memories. I still don't understand that. I still think that's like very random and convenient almost. Truth be told, but that's just me. Like the whole thing with the brothers and stuff like that, I've never been like too fond of. But, you know, I digress. You know. And then of course Nobara, which is just like, okay. So much for that one article that came out last year about how JJK does woman writing different, right, guys? Body die idol. It's to do with Itadoi's backstory. Okay, yeah, like it's just, I don't know, man. It's very weird, man. It's so weird. And I wish we got more clarification about like what it has to do. Like I know Kenjaku's connection, you know what I mean? But Itadori himself, I'm just like, okay. Wait, what am I missing here? I might need to go reread again. You know, give it one more fair chance of a reread. But yeah, but you know, we'll see. Anime only is gonna love JJK no matter what. They're going to love JJK no matter what because it's raw, it's crazy action, and even if Mappa is going to basically put their workers in the mud for its success, it is still Jujutsu Kaisen. So, you know, it is what it is. Well, like I said, we got Yozakura coming. I think we are due next chapter because, you know, the last chapter had the thing in the end. Yes. Yeah. I'm very excited for that because the person who is with Yuji, in my opinion, is the best person to send with Yuji due to his effects of his domain, if you know what I mean. Because when Yuji first fought him, you know, that's his domain rendered, you know, fighting null. So, yeah. Megumi summon Magahara opened up some issues for me. Why didn't he summon some strong curses? Yes. And this is my problem with Megumi. Megumi is so freaking... Like, it's a joke on Twitter to the anime community, but Megumi is so freaking quick to summon that suicidal monster, dude. He is so quick to... With this treasure, I summon. Like, I get against Sukuna. Valid. Okay? But against that one guy, I forgot his name, who Nanami just beat down this week's episode. Why? Why don't we get where's the wolf and like a bunny wolf, you know, Nue combo? Bro, he literally has a death wish. He just won't stop, man. He's just like, he sees a conflict, he's like, I'm ready to do it. I'm like, dude, put the 10 rings, put it down. Put your hands down, Megumi. Put it down. Stop. Get some help. God, he just won't stop. he's tired. I get it, but dude, stop trying to leave the series so early. Sukuna came in and did what Megumi should have done in Shibuya, but he did it 50 times better. Introduced things that I didn't even know Megumi could do. What are we doing here, Gege? What are we doing? This guy, man. Megumi is just great from Yo, you're so nasty for that. You're so nasty for that, dude. But unironically, bro, like, oh my god. But see, even that's the crazy thing. Not even Gray was that like suicidal, man. Like, I don't know, man. He could have summoned a kangaroo to do the job. Literally, bro. He wasn't even that strong. The only reason why Nobara struggled against Homeboy was because of the fact that he went after the advisor, and that caused her to like have to worry about something else or somebody else. Had it been a one-on-one, she may have not gotten caught off guard. You know what I mean? But she had to run after the hand, and then the hand, or run after her, and then Megumi's just like, me, bro. Hey, yo, bro. Put the 10 treasures down, man. All right, don't do it. All right, Megumi just needs some help, bro. Like, I don't understand why we didn't see more of his. Like, Megumi, I'd rather Megumi summon all of his shadow techniques at the same time to jump this one dude than him to summon Magahara. Like, did Megumi only summon the wolf one time, and that was against the old man, right? Can somebody, like, check me on that? Was the only time Megumi summoned the wolf was when him and Yuji teamed up against the old man that had, like, the inverse curse technique? Because I don't think Megumi's wolf came out again. Unless I'm tripping, and I'm missing something. I'm pretty sure it was only against the old man in that early fight. I don't think he summoned it again. Or maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But, yeah, I'm right. Okay, yeah, dude, like, I don't remember, honestly. Nah, you're good. It's been a fat while, dude. I mean, Lord have mercy, man. I don't know, man. How JJK ends is... like, hot take here, but JJK is in for a more awkward fumble if Gege allows it to come to pass than, like, MHA. And I was worried about MHA for a while. MHA Act 3 has gone for a long time now, and it's been going fast, but, like, I don't see Horikoshi messing up the 3 cornerstone plot lines. He's already resolved 2 of them, and for better or for worse, they've been pretty widely accepted as being not too shabby at all. If Horikoshi can land Shigaraki and Tenko Shimura, then Gege, you ain't got no room to mess up, Buster. He didn't get a fight in Shibuya after that. That's right, because he was pretty much knocked out for the rest of the daggone fight, which is... What is with this guy, man? Megumi, please. Man inherited no raw tax from his father, just the 10 shadows from the Zenin family. God, man. Come on, Megumi. Come on. You gotta beat the fraud allegations. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, 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 chat. But, yeah. We'll see what happens. We will see what happens. Is there anything else, chat, you like to talk about and or mention before I may potentially wrap it up here for the first stream? I think, what are we at? 2 hours now? Not bad. Not bad at all. I think starting, so for future streams, chat, we'll probably start talking, now that we've talked about the anime season in a nutshell, we'll probably start talking about episodes of the week across the different anime. You read Shoujo No? I do read Shoujo No, actually, and I'm liking it so far. I think it's kind of different. I hate that it hasn't got a lot of attention, though. I'm afraid for it. But I do like Shoujo No. I think it has some pretty cool potential. I just hope it's not being rushed by any Shonen Jump people because it's not doing, like, crazy high sales. Would you take JJK over Demon Slayer? Yes. Okay, I am anime only for Demon Slayer, and I am manga and anime for JJK. But right now, yes. Demon Slayer, to me, is, so far, has been quite repetitive. It's repetitive in the sense of, like, we get to a new area or a new section of the story. We fight demons. They fight. It looks incredible. I love it, right? We get to the end. Sad demon backstory. The end. And then, like, maybe, like, 1 or 2 plot developments that are actually, like, intriguing. Like, this season, right? Like, they fought for, like, oh, God. First of all, they fought 2 Hashira and 2 Upper Moons this season, right? Both of them, in my opinion, were sorry. Because, in my opinion, the twins from Season 2 put up a huge fight compared to the ones from this season. These 2 Upper Moon demons were so freaking sorry, it was ridiculous. By Mugen's train, I kind of got bored. Yeah, I get it. I just feel like it's very repetitive. And Demon Slayer, next arc is... So I believe they're doing the Hashira training arc, and then I believe what they call the Infinity Castle arc is the next one after Hashira training. But yeah, so we... As of right now, yeah. I want Demon Slayer to do something different, man. Like... I like how there's feel to every character, right? Even though these characters can can go as fast as a Jujutsu sorcerer can go. There is a good amount of feel and backstory to these characters, right? And I will allow that. But it just seems like every season we get a plot moving forward a little bit, but then we get to a new area, and then it's Upper Moon and main crew versus Hashira. Oh, I'm sorry. Hashira and main crew versus Upper Moon. They fight. It looks incredible. The anime community like has like a nuclear meltdown from all the animation by Ufotable. And then we get to the end. Tanjiro does some raw stuff, power up. Maybe, you know, the crew does some raw stuff together. Or maybe it'll be an unexpected team up come next season or whatnot. Demon gets sad backstory because either A, they messed up in life, B, Muzan nabbed them on death row, or B, they chose to be a demon. And then that's the end. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, you know, one of my when is it gonna change? I'm waiting on that. If it could just give me one arc with something different, I'll be okay. If you're anime only so far, then your opinion probably won't change. Demon Slayer if almost hard in the end. Oh, Lord, don't tell me that. Season 4 will be the best season so far, but it's not nearly as good as Shibuya. Demon Slayer animation carries hard, story is basic. I mean, and that's the crazy part too. I wanted to like not piss off Demon Slayer fans and jump on that bandwagon of it is a very basic story. I wanted to let it cook, right? I wanted to let it cook and see where it goes, right? But so far, it has been pretty basic. I was expecting a lot more from the The Swordsmith Village arc. I was expecting a lot more. Truth be told, I was expecting a lot more lore about the Swordsmith and how they came to be. I was expecting, you know, to see a lot more like blacksmith stuff related, what it takes to get that ore, you know, some heart on the level of Rengoku as like because like I don't know, like we saw like the one swordsmith guy who like made Tanjiro's sword, put like some serious work on. He was dedicated in his craft, and I like that. But I just wanted more lore, right? Give me some more lore in the Demon Slayer world. I don't want to just be like, this is a swordsmith village. We hide out here, by the way. You know, LOL, demons are attacking. Okay, fun fact, in the manga, it was told that the Sound Hashira was the second strongest Hashira. Really? Wait, what? Wait, hold on. Wait. The Sound Hashira was the second strongest Hashira. Okay, wait, hold on. That can't be, wait, how does that, wait. So if he's the second highest, right? But Mitsuri and, hold on. Mitsuri and Muichiro are lower than the Sound Hashira, right? Tengen should have one-shot Akaza. This is interesting. I won't want to talk about the ending of Demon Slayer, but the Infinity Castle arc is going to be nuts. I've heard about the Infinity Castle arc. I've heard that that's like the pinnacle of Demon Slayer. Like that's like Demon Slayer as like PLW, Demon Slayer Shibuya, but like a lot better. So I have high expectations for that. Because if I were to take a guess, considering it's a castle, Infinity Castle arc, it's probably going to take place like on the demon's turf, I want to assume, considering it's the climax, which is going to be very interesting. Because how do you do an Infinity Castle, so to speak, if that's an actual setting? Infinity Castle Entertainment District is Demon Slayer at its best, in my opinion. I believe it. Because Entertainment District was disgustingly hype. I mean, I was out of my seat for that finale for Entertainment District. I couldn't believe some of the stuff I was watching. The power-up, the screams, you know, it was... Yeah, I believe that. Because that's all I've heard so far. Hold on, you know he ain't, because we have that two at the end that are pretty OP. Yeah, they are weaker. Yeah, man. That's so weird, man. What are they cooking? Demon Slayer is like one of the one series I'm surprised didn't have a time skip. I felt like Demon Slayer, like, don't get me wrong, I know a lot of people are obsessed with time skips, but Demon Slayer to me is a show that could have benefited from a time skip and literally we could have gained only because Hashira training sounds like to me that they're trying to put the main characters on Hashira level, and that is nuts. That in a span of 3 seasons, they're pretty much strong. That's like trying to put Deku at max one for all in the span of 4 seasons. And by season 4, at that time, he was literally only able to use like 20%, and that was only at the impact of at the moment of impact. You know what I mean? Like, that is crazy. That is a crazy jump in power. You know what I mean? If that makes sense to you guys. Like, that's a huge jump, man. To jump from like season 2 to, or season 3 to like Hashira level. But like you guys said, 2 more arcs, and it was a short story, so I mean, I get it, but wow. Sound Hashira is supposed to be the fastest Hashira and physically the number 2. I believe that, actually. Yeah, he was pretty buff, actually, now I think about it. Like, I think Rengoku was smaller, but he probably had more like he was closer to sun breathing, so he had more like a little bit more zest with his like techniques and stuff, because he was closer to sun breathing. It checks out. Sadly, Demon Slayer is struggling, but hey, it was good, right? Yeah. I mean, I'll be there no matter what. You know what I mean? I will be there. MHA handled progression pretty well. Yeah, I think like MHA definitely like creeped up pretty well. I mean, pretty fast once the whole 7 quirks thing got introduced. But at least it wasn't that fast. Like season 1, it was just uncontrollable. Season 2, we got full counting. Season 3, we had shoot style. Season 4, we had 20% impact. Season 5, Black Whip was introduced and steadily being controlled. It wasn't controlled off rep. Season 6, we had Float, Fajin, Black Whip, Smokescreen, and not even Fajin and all that other stuff was mastered. It was more like a trial due to Nagant putting pressure. Off topic, but have you read any manhwa? I don't think I've read any. I mean, I don't know if webtoons don't count, right? That's a separate thing. I've read webtoons, but if webtoons don't count, then no, I have not read any manhwa. I do read webtoons though, and I love me some webtoons so far. But I don't think that counts though. I'm pretty sure that doesn't count. I think manhwa's like its own thing. They do? Oh, well then yes, I do read manhwa. I have read Hardcore Leveling Warrior, which apparently is back by season 3, so I have to go find it. I've read The Boxer. I'm reading Villain to Kill right now. I think those are the main 3 I've started so far. Villain to Kill, The Boxer, and Hardcore Leveling Warrior. Oh, God of High School. God of High School. I've read the entirety of God of High School. Boxer was so do. Oh, man. Boxer was heat. Boxer was so good. Oh, my God, man. I remember being up late at night in college, just in the bed, just going, man. I was like, oh, my God. It was so addicting. It was like a drug. It was so addicting. Have you read Bastard or Sweet Home? So I have not read Sweet Home or Bastard, but I've heard about Sweet Home, and I need to check it out. You might want to check out Hero Killer. Okay. Lookism is my favorite webtoon. I've heard about Lookism. I need to go back and read Tower of God, I think, from the beginning. But I've heard Tower of God is getting a season 2, and I really, really like season 1, because those Kevin Pinkin OSTs, oh my God. Nut-worthy OSTs. So good. So good. So I want to go check out and read Tower of God. But yeah, I do like webtoons. They're pretty good. They're pretty darn good when they don't like go off the balls, balls off the walls crazy with some of their decisions writing wise. Webtoons are pretty good. But yeah, I'll be getting into some more webtoons. I'm still new to that medium, so I've been taking it kind of slow, just reading like one story at a time for the most part. But I might check out Sweet Home, because I'm pretty sure I read The Boxer weekly from chapter 11. It was a crazy experience. Yeah, I joined like probably I joined the like Boxer when it was like towards the end of the main, like, what was it, Yu? The main character's name was Yu, right? Like YU. I joined like towards the end of his story before I went to Blonde Boy's story. Hero Killer was like if Stain from MHA was a baddie. You've piqued my interest. I will be there. The great, let's see here. Scamboli. Oh yeah, Scamboli's a cool creator. I've seen some of his videos. Pretty swagalicious guy. Pretty swag. I don't watch too many people these days, but for what I do watch, I always enjoy it. Giguk, Scamboli. Check out Mother's Basement every now and then. Good people, man. Good people. Good people. But yeah, chat. I could mention this now actually, but one of the things I'm thinking about doing starting next year, if anything, maybe even towards the end of this year, is no longer doing weekly content. I feel like weekly content, so weekly videos. Let me say weekly videos. I feel like weekly videos is a lot harder to do when I don't have a niche, right? I don't stay in one place. I watch a lot of anime throughout the season, and I talk about a lot of stuff throughout the season, but I don't want to milk anything. I don't stick to one series, right? As much as I love MHA, I'm not an MHA YouTuber, right? I'm not a power scaler YouTuber. I'm not a theorist YouTuber. I'm not like a matchup YouTuber. I'm like, I just talk about what I'm feeling, you know what I mean? And I feel like trying to force like that type of creativity on a weekly format can cause me to rush sometimes. Even though I have all week, you guys will be surprised sometimes of how hard I've had to like really stay up all night to the next day, barely any sleep for work, just to make sure that this video is adequate. And I feel like I need to be more of like a free creator. So like maybe like bi-weekly to more so like free form, get it out when I feel it is completed. You know what I mean? So it's either I'm switching to that or we go to I don't mind bi-weekly uploads. Yeah, thank you. I'm considering it because I know that, I mean, if you have vids worth the wait, it shouldn't be a bad idea. Yeah, exactly. And I've been thinking about it because one of the things I've prided myself was consistency, right? I don't want to go too long without videos for you guys every, a couple of days and I gotta get stuff. But a schedule is pretty to have. Yeah. And the main thing is I know it's probably gonna take down some traction from the weekly experience, but I just can't do it. Well, I can do it, but I don't think I should continue to do it. The only way I see myself doing weekly content and consistent content at that is if I were to start doing webcam style, kind of like chibi reviews type content, but not as but more edited, right? Talking about episodes of anime throughout the week, right? When I say more edited, I mean like I will have clips from the episode themselves showing, what I'm talking about in the moment. Maybe like layout, production material, the Genga, the layout, they give you guys like a visual of like how much of a scene can really break down to. Things from the manga, you know what I mean? Like, like for instance, right? Like say for instance, 2024, I'm talking about MHA season 7 weekly, right? I pull up the cuts, pull up the manga chapter, we pull up the episode, bring it back to me on the camera, stuff like that. I don't want to do like a simple, like just record myself, talk, put a picture, a little bit more engaging, you know what I mean? I'm thinking about going back to episode reviews about the types of anime that I watch, or about all the anime that I do watch, because I enjoyed it, and I did it for World Trigger back when season 3 was airing, and I enjoyed that a lot. A lot of people were appreciative of the fact that I was covering World Trigger. Would that cause copyright issues? Not in the way that I'm going to approach it. So I learned my lesson because a lot of people probably don't know. My first channel actually was suspended. And that was because I used to cover manga only, which is why I don't cover manga from Shonen Jump as much anymore. I got striked for World Trigger at one time. 3 strikes at one time in the middle of the night. Woke up and my channel was suspended, and I was at like 2K subscribers too, so I had to start over from scratch. So what I will be doing with that is basically, it will be a mix of, I'll put it to you like this, right? You guys see how now my videos, try face cam, a few videos to try? Yeah, exactly. I think I'm doing that because I feel very confident in like how this is going, stream is going. I think that one of the things I want to try is that if you guys notice how a lot of my videos right now, it uses footage from all the episodes, right? Like all sorts of episodes, no matter what I'm talking about, right? Like if you go look at the Fruits Basket video today, you'll notice that it's Fruits Basket video, footage from the anime, but there's no strikes. I have not had a copyright strike in months, and that's because I have figured out how YouTube has like restricted anime cuts, and I know how to like kind of cut stuff down and make sure it's not overbearing on the content. That way I won't get strikes, and that way the world can see. So I know how to work around it and do it appropriately while staying in YouTube's good graces. Bro cracked the code. It took a lot of trial and error. You should have seen how much trial and error it took for the Black Clover movie video. I stayed up till about 4 a.m. working on that video because I kept getting copyright strikes, and I had to figure out what was YouTube's sweet spot by the second. And I figured it out. And once I figured it out, I kept, I added it to my notes, because YouTube, they will allow you to post anime content, but you cannot have the subtitles. And if you do have the subtitles, it's got to be like, you got to like do your own addition to the episode. Either watermark it, change the audio quality somehow. It's a lot to go into the process. But yeah, I'm thinking about doing that. I feel like people will be very interested to see what I have to say about weekly episodes. Talking about Freeman, talking about One Piece. You know what I mean? But I'm still deciding. I want to try to get to the end of this year doing what I've been doing weekly and just end this off, because one of the biggest things I messed up last year was when I did Anime 2022, I took a 2-week break, and when the video dropped, it didn't do well, and that's because my channel kind of like fell out the algorithm due to the kind of being MIA for 2 weeks. So I want to try to provide weekly content all the way up to, let me see here. I want to try to drop Anime 2022 or 2023, I'm sorry, around December 17th to December 24th, one of those 2 days. And then from there, if I drop on the 17th, then you guys will not get a video from me till January 7th. And if I drop on the 24th, it'll be, you guys won't get a video from me from the 14th. I want to take a 2-week break to kind of just spend time with family, holidays, mentally prepare myself, reevaluate how we're entering winter 2024 anime season, and come back strong, right? Kick off a New Year's stream. Let you guys know what the plan is. I want episode 160 of Black Clover, the last. What did I say that? Oh, you deleted that. Yeah, so we'll see. I'm thinking a lot about it right now. And I can't guarantee anything will stay the same of what I'm saying right now. Things might change. Maybe I will stick with weekly content. But I've just noticed, especially with looking at Giguk, because Giguk is a huge inspiration, I guess you could say, in terms of how he approaches videos, right? I know a lot of people don't like him because of his jokes. He's corny. That's nothing to do with me. I just like the fact that how he spaces out his videos and they're of quality when he drops. You know what I mean? The level of editing that he puts in for his content is very, very remarkable. And I'm trying to work my way up to that level. And I think that the only way I can do that is I have to slow down and I have to put quality over consistency. I'm all for the ride, regardless, honestly. Real, man. I appreciate that. I'm on episode 160 of Black Clover. The 80 episodes have been really great. Oh, yeah, the last stretch of Black Clover before it went off air, fantastic. I liked Giga, but the long wait between videos is too drawing. Yeah, and that's what I'm, like, trying to avoid. Like, I won't be that long. I won't be months long. Like, I know granted, the thing about Giga is that he has, like, his podcast, traveling, a wife, you know what I mean? And he streams, so I get it. But I'm not traveling. I'm not doing a podcast, right? So that's what I'm saying. I want to just space out my content a little bit. And bi-weekly, or, maybe just sometime throughout the month. You know what I mean? It can be like any week of the month. I just get it out. And sometimes I might drop 2 videos in a weekend. You know what I mean? If I'm really feeling ambitious. You know what I mean? The anime community, or the anime season is like weather. You know what I mean? You can predict it because we have things like that. We can predict it. But we don't know what's going to be a banger until it hits us. And when it hits us, then that's how the anime community and YouTubers react. You know what I mean? But because of that, when it's time to react, I either have to A, rush to get to the finish line quickly, because, timing is everything, or B, I have to stretch it out. He's a bit too controversial with his takes. Yeah. Listen, I know Fate fans are not very happy with him these days. Maybe you can do, like, Masked Man. So what does the Masked Man do, actually? In 1 second, I need to just grab some water. Yeah, what does the Masked Man do? Because I actually haven't watched too much of the Masked Man, but I know who the Masked Man is. Okay, there we go. Had to grab some water. Yeah, what does the Masked Man do? I'm assuming he spaces out his content on a nice, like, schedule, perhaps, probably. That's what I want to assume, at least. Slave Motto say, hey, if animated, well, would be a banger. So, yeah, Daniel, I don't know if you know, but that is getting anime, actually. Like next season. Right here. This is what you're talking about. He doesn't do face cam at all? Yeah, that is true. He doesn't do face cam. And I didn't do face cam for a long time either, but I feel like one of the things... I feel like... Well, at least my philosophy around my content, I feel like putting yourself out there can definitely help. It makes it feel a little bit more engaging with the audience. You know what I mean? And I want to be able to like express myself, or you guys kind of just see like what I'm talking about. You know, like what I'm saying, how I'm saying it, what I look like when I'm saying it. You know, I want to be more engaging, no longer kind of just hiding behind the screen. You know what I mean? No shade against people who do hide behind the screen, but I just feel like that's how I want to be, right? I've always kind of admired people who have like the courage in such a weird community to kind of come off, you know, the no face cam and put yourself out there. You know, a lot of people appreciate that over time. He doesn't do. Also, the Fate fandom isn't as bad. Source, trust me, bro. His videos sometimes are multiple a week. Interesting. The Masked Man just talks about what he likes and what manga moves him. Take time off ever so often. Okay. Okay. Yeah, and that's another thing too. Like, I'm branching out of Shonen Jump slowly but surely. You know, trying different magazines. Jump Plus. You know, I'm reading The Fragrant Flower Blooms with Dignity. That's a romance, and like, you know, I might need to check out, you know, just different manga in general and just see what's out there. You know what I mean? I just need to explore. Because I don't want to stay cooped up in Jump forever. You know what I mean? There's Shonen Jump is the yearly traction, sure. But there's more than just Shonen Jump. You know what I mean? Out there. And I got to branch out. You know what I mean? If I'm going to like stay around for the long term. I got to branch out like shoujo. Exactly. Like shoujo. And, you know, I've read, you know, I watched Fruits Basket. I'm reading The Fragrant Flower Blooms with Dignity. I love Yona of the Dawn. I'm reading Pure, Shameful, and Irritating, I believe what it's called. So you know, I'm branching out slowly. You know, I want to check out more seinen. You know, I've heard things like one day we'll get you to make a video of it. See, yeah, Kingdom. See, I've heard Kingdom's a good seinen anime or seinen series. Kingdom, Villain Saga. I've never read Berserk. You know what I mean? I could read Berserk and see what that's about. You know what I mean? I could read Monster as well. You know what I mean? I just read Skip Beat. I am here. Hey, what's up, Elvis? What's up? What's up? Pretty great. Skip Beat. Okay. Yeah. I don't know. Like I said, chat, I'm experimenting with a lot of different things right now. But I really need to just continue to branch out and just make adjustments from there. And we'll just go from there, honestly. I think that once I really branch out to more magazines and start doing maybe more episode reviews on top of the fact. Because, see, if I do episode reviews, that works. You know what I mean? If I review episodes, I get content throughout the week. And then I can also work on, like, my current style of vids where it's, like, kind of like video. I don't want to say essays, but kind of like just me having, like, video topics, right? A specific topic rather than a specific anime. I can do topics in the background. And have those spread out like every other Sunday, right? And I throughout the week just record the episodes, you know what I mean? And we do streams. I get to talk to you all. What's up, Saiba? Hey, buddy. I figured it was you because I recognized your account name. Well, you've never seen Berserk? I have never seen Berserk. You guys would be surprised how many things I have not seen in anime. 2 years ago, I finally watched Evangelion. And then 2 years ago, I also finally watched Yu Yu Hakusho for the first time. Have you seen this YouTuber, Lines in Motion? That name sounds familiar. Hold on. Lines in Motion. Yes, I have seen this person. I sure have. Because they made a video about Witch Hat, and that's what got me to check it out. Like, they do it pretty well. Like, you know what I mean? Like, 2 weeks and then 2 days. So it's been, like, a good week and 5 days since their last video between these two. And then this is, like, 2 months to 2 weeks ago. You know what I mean? So, like, they space it out. But they're all a good length, first off. You know what I mean? Like, 21 minutes, 23 minutes. 20 minutes for Skip to Loafer. Yeah, and it was this video right here that got me to read Witch Hat. You know, like I definitely get it. Yeah, and yeah, let's see here. Yeah, the anime manga niche is pretty massive. Sticking with one magazine doesn't seem worth it. Yeah, exactly. Like I wanted to, like I knew for a fact that when I first started thinking about doing content, I was like, man, I want to be an MHA YouTuber. But like I realized, as much anime as I watch and talk about, I'm more than just an MHA only person. You know what I mean? I can do a lot more. I can say a lot more. You know what I mean? I started reading shoujo at the start of this year and found some great and refreshing fantasy series that I wouldn't have found otherwise. Exactly. Like Witch Hat. Witch Hat's pretty cool. Exactly. Like Witch Hat is great. I love Witch Hat. It reminds me of Little Witch Academia, the Netflix one from Trigger. You know, it's really sweet. I need to read the latest chapters and catch up on it. But yeah, you know, that's kind of like the plan I'm looking at here, guys. Just, you know, quality over quantity. I feel like, because I feel like, you know, it's easy to rush and make a video about an anime that like everybody's talking about, but you know, the quality is what sets you apart from the rest. You want to be known for, like, what I want to be known for is putting out content that feels like a conversation with you all, right? That you can listen and understand, you know, what I'm getting at here, why I'm getting at something here, and you feel good leaving my video. Maybe I have learned something, or maybe, you know, you saw that how like there's somebody else in this world that feels the same way about a story that you do. I want to leave you all with that every video. I don't want to rush and make a video just because to be first, because even though being first sometimes, you know, it works, especially with like leaks and spoilers and the hypest episode of the year, you know what I mean, Oshinoko, all that good stuff, right? You know, there's a certain legacy, you know, I want to leave with my channel, and being first and rushing and just having a million videos but they're all lackluster, it's just not me. Giga put Demon Slayer on the same level as Yu Yu Hakusho. Oh, that hurts. Yikes. Yikes. Yu Yu Hakusho should be in its same, like, an independent tier just for having a legendary dub on its own. I'm just spitballing, so please ignore if you don't care, but I've been waiting for somebody to make a vid over the manga next nominees. It feels bad that no one is talking about the underrated stuff in there. So what do you mean by over the next manga nominees? What nominees are you talking about here? Because I mean, that's a good topic. I don't mind taking that topic and putting it into a video. You know what I mean? It's something different. Like I said, it's a conversation with you all that I'm trying to have. I wouldn't mind that at all. It's a manga awards for new manga. Oh, okay. Is there like a website I can go try to find some of these nominees? I feel like I know what you're talking about, because sometimes like Jump will post how like there's certain awards going on, like certain authors would choose an award for certain new manga. The King's Beast is a shoujo that does the poor girl and rich prince storyline in a, damn it, this YouTube thing, in a semi-realistic and non-toxic way. Okay. The King's Beast. The King's Beast. Yeah, just type manga next awards. Oh, wait, it's called Manga Next. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So these right here are what you're talking about. Yeah, limiting oneself to one anime is not a good idea for YouTube. Like, look at the JoJo anime community. Netflix release schedule made some Switch shows. Oceans is now a Monster Hunter YouTuber. So funny enough, Oceans is a Monster Hunter YouTuber because he is done with MHA. The MHA community pushed him away badly. If you aren't aware, Daniel, it was pretty bad because basically Oceans would have takes that were basically the opposite of what a large, loud majority was, and they pushed him away to the point where he rebranded. And he was very disappointed in the direction that Horikoshi took it, which is perfectly fine. You know, nothing against him. I understand completely. But he rebranded because he just couldn't deal with the MHA community. They were harassing him a lot. It was pretty bad. The stuff like Oshinoko got popular from manga. Oh, okay. So these are the, okay. The guy she was interested in wasn't a guy at all. Okay. There's also a hole in this organization. So this, I actually need to read this because I'm pretty sure this is the author of Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. Kindergarten Wars, okay. Family Sins, Dragon and Chameleon, You Next Prize, The Summer You Were There, Stepping on, Kicking, Loving. Okay. So I can definitely try and check some of these out. And try some of these out and maybe see what they might hold. Because all these look pretty good. Author of Full Metal Alchemist, yeah. Okay, yeah, so this is the author of Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. I thought so. Yeah, I mean, this looks cool. I might do that. I might take you up on that offer. Just if I don't. So like I said, Frieren is next weekend, 22nd. If I don't figure out what I'm going to do by the 28th, I will take you up on your idea, and I assume that each of these series have a good amount of chapters under its belt by now, right? What's up, Super Gohan? What's up, bro? I'm assuming that's why they're in these announcement categories. Like, at least each of them should have at least 20 to 25 chapters under its belt by now. It's supposed to be new manga that came out this year. Okay, so yeah, they should have a good amount of chapters under its belt by now. If they came out this year and we're in October, they should have at least 40-ish chapters under its belt by now. Then, if they went straight on, this is the first stream I've ever watched for this long. Yeah, I'm sorry, I was not expecting to go this long either. To be honest with you, I thought I was gonna end in about like 40 minutes ago, but here we are. Okay, so I will take you up on that, just yeah, give or take. Yeah, okay, I'll take you up on that. If I do not have something planned out by the 28th, then yeah, well, not 28th, but 22nd, I should say. I might take you up on that offer, and you'll see it in the community update. Young Snipes, what's up, buddy? Good friend of mine here. Any webtoon recommendations? You will like hardcore leveling warrior. You will like that a lot. That is up your sleeve, knowing you. Knowing you, that is definitely up your sleeve. Yeah, so Hero Killer all day, baby. Okay, yeah. So oh yeah, and Hero. Yeah, you can talk about Hero Killer too. Yo, Sensei, what's up, Aiden? What's going on, buddy? So yeah, if I don't have anything planned, what I'll probably check out is this one. The guy she was interested in wasn't a guy at all. This sounds kind of funny, and the art looks kind of sick. It reminds me of Call of the Night type art. I'll check out this one. I've already checked out Kindergarten Wars and did that in a video a while ago. I don't read Ichi no Se, so I will eventually, but not now. I'll probably check out that. I'll probably check out. Let's see here. I have these two. I'll check out The Summer You Were There. I think I'll check this out because this looks like it'll be a really touching story. And then maybe Dragon and Chameleon. But I also like this one too. Like, this art looks pretty cool, but there's no English name. So maybe Dragon and Chameleon. I'll give it 3. You know what I mean? Just chilling, watching Giga making a bad video of Mushiko Tensei. Oh boy. Oh wait, make a bad video of Mushiko Tensei. Hey, look, Asa's already got that. Compare it to Vinland Saga Season 2. Asa already handled that for me, trust me. I've already said earlier today that Mushiko Tensei, like, I thought it was basically going to like be that fantasy anime, even though it was an isekai. I thought it was going to be that anime for fantasy, but then Rudis exists. So now I'm on Frieren. And I think Frieren is going to be the one that I've needed. Because the thing about fantasy anime, I don't know if people really like paid attention for a while now. A lot of the good fantasy anime that people talk about right now is all isekai in some way. Like, no shade, there's nothing wrong with that. I just wish we had more natural-born fantasy anime worlds. You know what I mean? ReZero is an isekai. Konosuba is an isekai. Mushoku Tensei is an isekai. Shield Hero is an isekai. Slime is an isekai. Like, everything's an isekai. I just want, like, a natural-born world. None of that looking past life type stuff. Even though, like, a lot of the time it derives past the past life stuff. What's your issue with Rudy? I'm just wondering. Okay, so my issue with Rudy is the fact that, okay, Mushiko Tensei fans on Twitter, okay, from what I've seen, one of the things they've tried to push forward is the idea that Rudy is trying to become a better person from his past life, which is valid, right? He was a piece of trash in his previous life, right? After getting, even though he was bullied and all that good stuff, right? His actions in his older period of his life were just not great. You know what I mean? And I thought that this isekai was going to give him a second life. Now, of course, with him retaining his memories, that adds one little spice to the flavor of the pot. But I was okay with it for a while, right? After that, though, it's like the shenanigans Rudy does with the girls. And it kind of throws me off because Rudy isn't mentally a 17-year-old kid. He's mentally like, what, like in his 20s or 30s or whatnot, in the body of like a young boy. And it's kind of like, it's a little weird, man. Like, and a lot of fans have pointed it out. A lot of people have dropped Mushoku Tensei because of the things that he would do and or say with Eris back in season 1. And I can't blame a soul. You know, I know Chibi reviews went on like a whole tangent about Mushoku Tensei not being in the Anime Awards back like in 2021 when it aired or whatever season it aired. But like, I hope people realize, like, women watch these things too. You know what I mean? They're not going to like want to put, and I mean, not even like that. Not even just women. Like, like a lot of dudes are uncomfortable with it too. You know what I mean? But especially like, you aren't gonna see a bunch of women who are in charge of a lot of the voting want to put Mushoku Tensei up there when they see a male character doing that stuff to women characters. You know what I mean? Like, that's just a no. That's just a no. You know what I mean? I think Mushoku Tensei will be perfect if it literally just stayed away from the antics specifically around Rudis. Like, it's just, you know what I mean? Not to sound like them Twitter folk, but he does become better. It just takes time. You might like the beginning. You might like the begging after the end. It's jobless without the horny, and not a fan though. Okay. Yeah, and I believe he will end up becoming better. You know what I mean? It's just the antics right now. I mean, it's been pointed out every season of the weird stuff. I mean, this season, the stuff he did with the cat girls to test to see if his dysfunction would be fixed. It's just like, dude, you can't do that, Rudis. Like, you can't. And I know it's fiction, and I know you can easily separate again. Like, you know, it's fiction, but it's just like, I don't know, man. Like, I wouldn't co-sign anything that I wouldn't do in real life myself. You know what I mean? And you know what I mean? If y'all can get down with that, you know what I mean? I wouldn't co-sign anything I wouldn't do in real life, except if I had like powers or something and I, like, you know, save the day. I'll be a superhero, but I'm not doing rude stuff. So, you know, we'll see. You know, I'm not quitting Mushoku Tensei anytime soon. I'm sticking with it, especially now that it has like another season. But yeah, you know, we will see. We will see what becomes of Mushoku Tensei, because I don't like dropping anime. I tend to start whatever I finish, but Mushoku Tensei has made it very hard for a lot of people to finish. So, light novel he does change. Okay, yeah, I get it. There's a lot of context in the light novels that make it cut out from the anime sometimes. We know, because Classroom of the Elite, victim. ReZero is a victim of cut content, you know what I mean? So, I know there's probably cut content, maybe moments that really try to help Rudis' case, but damn that they make sure to show the bad moments. This anime, man. This anime. But yeah, chick, I'll keep this on the lookout. This might come through, you know. I do like giving some recommendations. I need some good reads. I do enjoy some reading. So, yeah. So, like I said, boys and girls, Freerin next weekend. If anything comes up between next week or not, there'll be a video on that. I might take a week break before I do this, or I might just go on with this and then maybe take a break to kick off November. We'll see. But LOL, Rudy Kelly still causing. Rudy Kelly is insane. My goodness. The beginning after the end is a monologue, by the way. Okay, gotcha. I feel like I should know that because I've heard that before. But yeah, yeah, okay. And like I said, you know, I might make a video talking about. Well, I don't know. See, that's another thing. Like I said, Undead Unluck. Well, this Friday. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and you know we have Undead Unluck. I do want to make a video talking about Undead Unluck at some point. I need to let the anime get farther out though. I want to talk about how the approach to Undead Unluck has conveyed how much the staff understands it. Because Undead Unluck could have easily gone like a very like generic route, but like it really captures the atmosphere of the awkwardness, the weirdness, the tragedy of these negators. Yuki Yase, bless. Fire Force staff, bless. But I need to let the anime get kind of far, and thankfully, like we're getting to the first like really emotional part, or I guess the second emotional part of the story, come next week, and week after probably, in terms of Andy and Fuko trying to get their seat into the union. So yeah, I want to talk about Undead Unluck. I want to talk about Frieren. I want to talk about these manga awards. Anime 2023 is in the works. It's going to be a banger. I've learned a lot last year. I think last year for Anime 2022, I talked about too much anime. 2022's video, I talked about every single thing I watched that year. But this year, I need to talk about what defines 2023 for anime. And that's going to narrow the list down a lot. Yeah, I agree. There's a lot of good changes compared to the manga. The direction is very good for the first two episodes. Yeah, it's incredible, man. It is incredible. I think that the Fire Force team being put on it was honestly the best choice that there could have been. The direction especially is just really good. I can't wait for, a certain character that is locked away behind a card, if you catch my drift, to come out. I'm looking forward to seeing his certain move come out. I don't want to spoil it for people who are anime only in the chat, but you know who I'm talking about, Ada. See him come out and how he fights the union, all that good stuff. It's gonna be like Guguk's seasonal vids and anime. Yes, so his best of anime 2020 whatever vids have been in a huge like I love this type thing for me, and I want to do my own version. So I'm planning to really nail it this year with the editing and spend days awake for hours. I'm gonna do a lot better this year, because last year I still am happy with how it turned out, but I know it was too much to talk about. That does sound pretty hype, not gonna lie. I mean, I'm really paying attention to what I messed up with last year. I hope that it can be a video that really like I think that Anime 2023 will be the video that shows you all just where I am at as a content creator at my best when it comes to editing. I think that's gonna be the one. Being peak isekai isn't really a high bar, to be honest. Because a lot of them are repetitive. Oh yeah, I have for Undead Unluck, though I only know up to Volume 3, so anything beyond Volume 3. Okay, good. So I won't say anything beyond Volume 3, but yeah, once Mr. Vic, makes that debut, I'm really interested to see how they do that, because they have a crazy spread to animate for that one. Not gonna lie. Oh, isekai. Yeah, isekai have gotten kind of repetitive over the years. Only so many have broken out and like busted out some innovative ideas. Eminence and Shadow, unironically, it's pretty funny. It's pretty funny. Like an MC trying not to be the MC but a background character, and the way he does it is corny, but it's so funny. I love it. Yeah, some of the spreads are insane. Yeah, they have their work cut out for them. They definitely have their work cut out for them. Hope Undead Unluck blows up so that we actually have a great shonen act as the face. Have a great shonen. First act has a great face of shonen. Yeah, I do too. Like I said, it's all about them Blu-rays. If the Blu-rays come out to be pretty high, then David Pro won, and we'll be back for season 2. It's all about them Blu-rays. I mean, right now, like I said, it's trending pretty hard in Japan for 2 weeks in a row. Masho didn't trend as hard. And Chainsaw Man kind of like trended for a little bit and then kind of like dusted off. But Undead Unluck has come pretty strong. Like, I want to believe that Undead Unluck has the potential to really get it going. I think that once next week airs, if next week airs the entirety of the situation, then Undead Unluck should have a really good boost in sales, because the emotions that come with the first situation involving the second seat they need to get into the union is pretty heavy. And it sets a pretty good tone for the series as well. So, we're going to have to wait and see. But yeah. Yep. Lots to look forward to, guys. I mean, like I said, we still got Scott Pilgrim coming, Pluto coming. Got an MHA OVA come out, MHA movie 4. I mean, there's a lot to talk about towards the end of this year. Jump Festa around the corner. So far, it's not looking great online presence-wise. I could be wrong. It's not looking great overseas. It's looking great in Japan. JP fans are reacting quite loudly to it. Here, though, in the West, not so much. But that's to be expected. You know what I mean? The West. If there's one thing I hate about the West is that one thing I hate about people doing the West, Shonen Jump fans especially, is that they read only like 2 series, right? If it's not JJK and MHA, it's JJK and Black Clover. If it's not Black Clover and MHA, it's Black Clover and JJK. They only read a couple of series, and then it's like Shonen Jump is doomed. When Shonen Jump, regardless if they have the big hitter or not, has really good series, right? Undead Unluck, Yozakura Family has been out for a while now, but you ask 10 people if they read Undead Unluck, the average amount of people that's gonna say they've read it is like 1 to 2 people per out of 10. You know what I mean? People do not like exploring out of their comfort zone until it is shoved down their throat, or they have a godlike adaptation to the point where it forces people to read, like Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer blew up sales like nuclear cotton candy on a stand outside, and oh my god, did the kids come for it. One thing you do really good is that your videos. Wait, I'm sorry, I'm speaking too fast. One thing you do really good is that your videos are really fast and you cover a lot in like 7 minutes or so. Thank you. I try to get straight to the point. I know sometimes I need to slow down because people have been like, you talk too fast, and I know it's bad habit. I mean, sure, but it's not as good as like 5 years ago with Haikyuu. Oh yeah, 100% chick, 100%. Yeah, Haikyuu, that peak, yeah. I'm just trying to, I try not to like look. I try not to compare because obviously, right, like Haikyuu alone clears a lot of like what we've got going on right now. But just looking at what we got right now, it's not like it's hopeless for Jump, right? Like Undead Unluck is going strong, and Yozakura Family is going strong, and Dandadan is going strong. But again, a lot of people just don't want to branch out and read these series until like the big YouTubers or whatnot shove it down your throat, or unless like people go on Twitter and stuff like that and post like a bunch of like crazy good art spreads. You know what I mean? And they're like, oh my god, like what series is this? This art looks crazy. And then they go check it out. But people don't really have like a willingness to go like read up or like try to follow up with something and see what it's about until it is like either getting an anime adaptation or it blows up or it's shoved down their face. And and that's why I hope Undead Unluck does well in Japan. Because if it does well in Japan and gets like high Blu-ray sales in Japan, it doesn't matter what the West thinks. It's gonna be back for season 2. Because, that's kind of like how Japan and the anime industry is operating these days. It's a business at the end of the day. And the Blu-ray sales tells half the story, majority of the time. You know what I mean? So, that's how I got the Demon Slayer LMAO. Yeah, I was very left down throughout the years. Yeah, you see what I mean? Like, Oh, I'm Dead needs a Demon Slayer episode 19 boost. Yeah, and I'm not sure when to expect that, whether it's with a certain episode in the early half or another episode in the later half. But they have a lot of fights in between, so it's just like, we'll see. I mean, thankfully, a lot of reactors have started watching Undead Unluck right now, so thankfully, it's got good exposure in the West. But it's a matter of how it does in Japan with the Blu-rays and how the ratings are on Disney Plus at the end of the series, or Hulu at the end of this season. So yeah, they have 22 episodes of the cook. I'm hoping. I'm really hoping, because Fire Force was peak, like source material elevation, but it like went under for a lot of people. Won't be as big as a boost, but I want more people on the series. Same people, agreed. Like that's the thing too. I feel like Undead Unluck is also like, it's definitely not for everybody. But when you it's like World Trigger. When you get it, and you are in love with it. But if it's not for you, you will never get back into it. You will never try it. You will put it down and turn away. Because Undead Unluck, like, even with the shenanigans with Andy and Fuko and whatnot, I mean, it gets deep, man. The stuff with God, everybody's tragedies. It gets heavy, man. It gets real heavy. I mean, chapter 131, if you know, you know, man. Like, holy. Need to get some World Trigger sometime. Need to get into World Trigger sometime soon. Yeah, man. You got to. I'm telling you, it was my MHA series before MHA, and I love it to death. Hopefully, Undead Unluck doesn't end up like my show anime. It won't. It won't, just for the fact that a lot of the staff of Undead Unluck is not only Fire Force, but some staff from there are also from Studio Shaft, and they are just pure, unique direction and approach purely at the base of their talent. So it will always remain a much more uniquely directed and presented anime, no matter what. What chapter was that? So that was when the Loop, Jake, the Loop. I don't want to spoil it because people are anime only in here, but the Loop. Fuko and the Loop. Your boy Roshi's on it. Yeah, which is like, thank goodness Roshi's on it. Like, I'm really glad to see Roshi on it because Roshi is probably one of the biggest reactors right now in the community, and he does very good for exposure. You know, I like that he went back and watched Vivi recently as well. I'm glad because Vivi was one of Wit Studios' bangers that went under the radar for a lot of people, but it has a high rating and it was amazing. Speaking of MHA, what are your thoughts on this week's chapter? I liked it. I said this earlier that Bakugo's revival was inevitable. So as much as I could be upset about it, I could just also move on and just, you know, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Like, he was going to come back. I'd rather him come back in a well-executed way. And this was a well-executed way. The art was awesome. It was emotional. Yugi Hayashi is going to cook up an incredible soundtrack for it. And we're going next. You know what I mean? We're going next. So, you know, I think it was pretty solid, man. I'm glad I avoided the spoilers for it as well. Victor's appearance might make it. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm banking on. Fluffy. That's what I'm banking on. It should be pretty crazy how they do his deadline move. Yeah. Victor with the Deadpool energy gonna slap. Yeah, I have high expectations for Deadline and Victor and all that good stuff. But we'll see. You know what I mean? You know, once we get to that episode and we see the staff and whatnot, we will know. But it's probably gonna be something crazy though, because again, the Deadline cuts through like a large majority of buildings. I'm pretty sure, and that's gonna be like Sakuga crazy with all the cubes and stuff. They're completely different than my thoughts, but glad you enjoyed it. Yeah, man. You know. Like, I already know why people look. Like I said earlier as well, I'm okay with Iron Might as long as All Might doesn't die, and it seems like that's going to be the case, that he's not going to die. It is what it is. I just didn't want All Might to die, and Bakugo was going to come back. I think I will say this, Aiden. I will say this between you and me, because I know a lot of people aren't here from MHA Twitter right now. A lot of people who are saying like how Bakugo is going to interfere in All for One, and Shigaraki and Deku's fight, needs to be serious. They are so jumping the broom, and it's like, you guys are applying such big brain level logic to everything but this man Bakugo is on his last legs, and I know for a fact he's probably going to take All for One and dust him and make his reversion complete. But I think Bakugo is well aware to know that his presence is a liability, you know what I mean, and that he probably shouldn't stick too far down Deku's fight before he ends up causing Deku to do something risky to save Bakugo. I want to imagine that, and because of that, I think people are reaching so far for a reason to complain in terms of Bakugo being back. I just think that Hori is not that dumb to basically put him back in the fray with one of the highest powered antagonists in the season or in the show, but that's just me. Vivi was so great. Oh, I love Vivi. It was great. Have you seen Goblin Slayer season 2? Last episode? Yes, I have, and it was great. It was great. I love Goblin Slayer. And before 15 chapters of Bakugo flexing, he gonna pull a Gojo. Dude, I hope not, man. Like, get All for One out of here in 3 chapters or less, please. Please, we are tired of. I think people are tired of All for One, and quite frankly, the sooner he's gone, the happier people will be. So just get him out of here. Get him out of here. Get him out of here. You know, it's time. It's time. But I think it was a good chapter, though. I mean, like I said, you know, you can only do so much with Bakugo's reveal. Because, I mean, I'd rather Bakugo get up now and then set himself up to fight All for One than for him to come back in the middle of Deku and Shigaraki's fight and then interfere. Because people don't want Bakugo anywhere near that fight. But if Deku can focus solely on Shigaraki because Bakugo is there and Deku can trust Bakugo with handling All Might, then that is where we should leave it. And that is where it should be. You know what I mean? I think that's where we should just draw the line and hope that he does not interfere. And if he does interfere, it's in the most dire moment for Deku's life at that point. Yeah, I understand your thoughts, but as Horikoshi, proven, I feel like anything can happen. Fair. I get it, because we've had a lot of unexpected this year. I definitely get it. I hear that loud and clear. We'll have to just wait and see. You know what I mean? It's bound to be. Art was fantastic. My goodness, yeah, art was amazing, dude. My goodness, I mean, this, Mama Might, like, dude, color page, like, come on, man. That was a good chapter. Very, very, very good chapter. But, all right, chat. I think that's gonna do it for me for stream number 1. We've been going for a good 3 hours. I think it's a good point to end it. We talked about a lot. We're gonna be back next weekend to talk about Shonen Jump chapters again. Maybe we'll read Undead Unluck on stream as well to add on to 3 chapters. Or maybe we'll do JJK. Keep it in rotation, keep it flexible. We'll talk about the anime episodes as well come next stream as well. I appreciate everybody. My MHA looked like a movie this week. Yeah, it sure did. It was definitely a movie for the shippers as well. They probably crying, throwing up, and everything. But I appreciate everybody who came out, everybody who stuck around for 3 hours. I know this is a lot for you guys, so thank you for giving me a good 3 hours of your time. Greatly appreciate it. This is the first of many. We'll try to host all sorts of things in the future with Shonen Jump, Festa, maybe watch some things live as well. This was cool. Be here for the next stream. Awesome. I'll see you then, Daniel. Other than that, you guys have a good rest of your day, evenings. Look out for the community update on Thursday for the upcoming content schedule. And yeah, I will see you guys then. So peace out, people. See you guys later.